Hello,
Dream.
family, friends, fans, fellow adventurers. Welcome back to a slightly delayed campaign 2, Sands of Syldaris. That's the words I'm looking for. Thanks, technical difficulties, for throwing me off my already shit game. But welcome back.
I love the spirit, Mitch.
Welcome back. We're, of course, in the pretty much homebrew world of Eroth, where last time you guys interrogated a drow priestess with the help of Chester in disguise and Mura's incredible interrogation techniques of trying to just be too nice, and see if that got you anywhere, and it got you some answers. You decided the best way to get the rest of your answers was to take the drow lady with you up to the surface and expose her to sunlight, and of course bring the Shadar-kai that you had rescued back to the Runestone Forge. So after parading her through the streets, you made your way back down into the Runestone Forge hideout under one of the local shops, and reunited them with their Shadar-kai accomplice, and handed over the Drow Priestess for them to do some of their own interrogation and see if they could get you the rest of the answers you were waiting for. In the meantime, you made your way out of the city and into the wilds in the hopes of having a look at the airship crash site. You were, unfortunately, a little waylaid by the discovery of a small group of displacer beasts, which you fought and eventually defeated before removing their skin and taking it back with you to the city.
Gross. The stream can't see that Mitch is wearing a Triforce belt buckle. I just wanted to draw attention to that. Power,
Yes.
Wisdom.
Ow.
What are we working with down there?
It really hurt to drag these up that high, but now they're on stream, and my voice is a semitone higher.
Watch out for that banjo string.
Yeah, right?
Only Brits will get that, and us.
No.
You you took the displacer beast hides to Bimbleduke, where Chester sold his, but the rest of you kept hold of them, or did you all sell them all?
No, Chester sold his, and we kept.
You did all keep them,
everybody.
cool. Apart from Chester.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe in delayed gratification. No.
In the hopes that one day you can turn them into cloaks of displacement, which... Thanks, Steph.
So sorry.
Which Linger may be able to begin some of the work on, and may be able to slowly do over time, or you may find someone who can do it quick and cheap for you. Who knows? But with that, you took your rest at a nearby... Well, it wasn't even at a nearby inn, it was at the Ringstone Forge. Ignore me. To recover from the fight with the displacer beasts. And that was where we had left off, with you guys settling down for a night's rest in the Runestone Forge. So, is there anything you guys would like to do before you head to bed?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with prestoing clean all of the nasty hides that we have.
Mm-hmm.
just because, if you don't do that, you can get all the membranes and stuff off. They
Yep.
get nasty and they'll rot.
You do also have the cleaning stone as well, don't you? So between
Yeah.
the prestidigitation and the cleaning stone, you now have some perfectly prepared and well-maintained hide that looks like it probably won't go nasty for a very long time.
Good.
I just wanted to
That's
show
all.
Mitch my Korok pen
I love it.
that I got at DragonCon. So it matches, just for everybody's FYI, Mitch called me a Korok earlier, so
You are the coolest rock.
I'm a Korok and a Korok. And I'm jamming out. I don't think Mura wants. She will help Linger in any way. She's like that Spider-Man meme where like older Peter Parker is doing stuff and Miles Morales is like watching. She's Miles.
Nice.
Another one.
So she is trying to retain information. I don't think that that's possible. Mura is an opposite of a sponge. She's a rock, I guess.
She's a
No.
hydrophobic sponge.
She's a hydrophobic sponge. Yeah, she's a hydrophobic sponge.
See,
There's
I was just
no
gonna go
absorption.
with, I was just gonna go with a sieve or a colander because I think stuff goes in, it just doesn't retain.
Oh yeah, Civ is good too. Nothing goes in. That's why I went with rock. Nothing goes in, nothing goes out. She's all of those things. She's a Civ. She's a hydrophobic Civ made of rock. Nothing is happening. But she's trying. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord,
She's
she
putting
tried.
She's trying. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure she asked Linger if she could help, and Linger probably just told her to like observe.
You can hold the rock.
I'll hold the
She,
rock.
she lets you hold the rock. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm so good at this. I love helping.
You're doing great.
You're doing great, sweetie. You fucking moron.
Just hold it right there. That's perfect.
Yeah. So she holds the rock for Linger.
Okay. Is Chester
I'm doing my
anything?
part.
Yeah, either he's going to try to ask people here who are probably in the know, or if he has to, although he doesn't want to, go out himself to find out if the band formerly known as Octarine Floyd, they played last night at a different location, and he wants to make sure they didn't use the name. So
Okay.
maybe he would ask the sort of head up guy if he could like send a runner, or maybe he already knows.
Yeah, you can certainly have someone sent out kind of during the night, and then we can return to this when you wake up in the morning and see what has been discovered. You've done something good for them, so they're more than happy to send out someone to
Small
something
favor.
which sounds relatively undangerous.
Yeah,
as far
I'll
as
even pay
things
the
go.
cover charge.
Cool. Excellent. So, you get the hides all cleaned up. You send your runner out, and you all settle off into whatever types of sleep your races allow.
Mira's like, what are you talking about? Who doesn't sleep? Mira thinks everybody sleeps.
Linger's like, yeah, I sleep. I do that.
Mira's like, I definitely think that you lay down in the bed before.
Yeah.
I just see like Linger like doing one of these, like big Strata. Strata and Mira's like, good night! And she's like immediately.
Yeah. Linger definitely goes through the motions of going to sleep.
As soon as Mira's out and snoring, I'm sure Linger's like, oh thank God.
Think Rip still likes to sneak off to Chester's room because he just really loves the fur and he likes to braid it.
Okay.
And Warden, his, at least in the past, I don't want to speak for him since he's not here, his traditional watching me sleep. So now I have him and Rip just taking in the show of a bugbear sleeping.
I think he powers down, so I think he probably
Yeah.
just stares at Chester, powers down, and just
Yeah,
he's fucking looking at you the whole night.
He,
I think
he
he's
goes-
got that
Yeah.
sentinel, what's it called?
it's
Sentry's rest?
inert but aware.
Yeah.
And he has alert as well, which is such a good combo. I think he has alert. I'm pretty sure he does.
He
Which is
does
a
have
great
alert.
combo for then making sure that if anyone sneaks up in the night, Warden is always ready.
It's either that he has alert or his the sentinel feat, or maybe he has both.
I don't think he has Sentinel yet.
It's just like I would never allow that.
Excellent. Well, as far as Mira's concerned, the minute she is asleep, everyone therefore is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's Linger doing during the night?
Well, if the dad journal is available, she'll continue to read over the dad journal.
Mhm.
She also, in the back of her own spell book, is spending time drawing infographic plans on how to murder a wizard. But it's all very cartoony because she doesn't have artistic skills, so there's a lot of like hangman style.
I know exactly what this looks like in my brain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of settle in. You have a few flicks through of the dad journal, and as it comes to flicking through your own spell book, you open the front cover, as one generally does tend to do when they open a book. And the kind of initial page, which had always been blank, you can now see there is this very elegant cursive but kind of somewhat spidery handwriting, almost scrawled across this first page, and it says, "To you who have recovered my book, know that if we work together, my great power could be yours too."
Ooh.
Mm.
Interesting.
Linger's corruption begins. Oh.
Begins.
Love, Vecna, kiss.
Yeah.
XO, hugs and kisses, like lots of little hearts, like Vecna X Linger.
She's just going to write back in very her general handwriting, like her note-taking handwriting, is very much like an engineer, so it's very precise and like
I love that.
print.
Mm-hmm.
No time for that flowery bullshit. It's just very and it just says, "You have my interest," and that's it.
Good to know.
Yeah.
The next
no, you
line
have my
appears, "My name
attention."
is Tom Marvelo Riddle."
No.
Yeah. And then, in that case, she writes back, "Your creator is a bigot. Fuck off."
No turfs.
Yeah.
Yeets the book, sets it on fire.
You you write back. There doesn't seem to be any development or any new writing for the probably brief period that Linger would observe the page for any changes.
Yeah. Yeah, she wouldn't watch it for very long just because the odds of the other person also currently in that exact moment being looked like...
Is there more? What?
Yeah.
You just see 3 dots.
That's pretty good.
Blank is typing. But yeah, you are seeing nothing happen. As you'd mentioned previously, just spend the rest of the night flicking through the spellbook, making your diagrams of how to kill a wizard.
Yep.
And with that, morning rolls around. As your lovely green tiefling friend
He is rather handsome.
makes his way over to this kind of chamber area where all of your kind of like offshoot chambers are. He just kind of swans in. I hope I'm not interrupting your sleep. Good morning, one and all.
Good
Whenever-
morrow, my friends.
Whenever you're ready, our chefs are at your disposal.
Ooh.
Can't promise it'll be fantastic, though. And he just turns on his heel and sachets away.
Love an owlbear egg omelet, if at all available.
There would be, yes.
Mm.
These are
Ooh.
not necessarily the most moral people here. There's some interesting items on the menu for
Yes.
sure.
How dare?
I imagine it would probably catch the eye of one or two of you that there is mention on this little notice board that sort of serves as the menu of strips of phoenix bacon, however that might be made.
Oh no! Mira like starts crying.
I enjoy it, but it always seems to come back on me.
It's funny. It's funny. Dessert. Ooh, thank you, Phoenix.
But yeah, you grab your food, you all settle down, and the runner who had been sent off the previous night, this, from the looks of him, kind of anywhere between kind of like 15 to 17-year-old teenage human, messy hair, but kind of just scruffy enough. It gives you that impression of he's scruffy enough that most people in the city wouldn't bat an eyelid at him running around and pretty much doing whatever he needs to do. But not so scruffy and so different that people would catch him out. And he makes his way over and... morning, Chester Fields.
Yes, that is I, Chester Fields.
I did, as you asked, went to watch the performance, which, by the way, was not great. I think they're still a bit shaken up from
Yeah,
what's been happening
subpar, I'm
previously.
sure.
But I am
Should be.
pleased to report they are no longer Octarine Floyd. They were not performing under the name Octarine Floyd.
And oh yeah, I'm gonna put you on spot here now. What is the new name?
There wasn't one that was used. They sort of
Oh.
came out on stage and Kay introduced herself as Kay Bush, and
That gets me every time.
they sort of gave some vague introduction and were introduced as the temporary working name of the K Bush Ensemble.
Yeah. All right. So, although we may come to fisticuffs with these ragamuffins at some point, at the very least, they're not using the name, and we don't have to kill them immediately. So that's something, I guess.
Are you sure?
I mean, you know.
He just bows his head slightly and scarpers off to report in.
Chester flicks him a gold coin.
He
What are your troubles?
catches it. "Oh, I gotta do more work for you." Scarpers off.
We pay well.
So, there is currently no sign of Warden, but it's all good. He squared it all away with Chester when Chester woke up this morning, so it's fine. You all know what's going on with Warden. We don't need to go through it right now. It's fine. But he said it's totally
Yeah.
chill to just head out to the airship without him. He'll catch up. It's fine. He'll find a way.
It's okay. Well, if it's fine.
Yeah. He just said he had to go to Mechanist for a bit, get a bit of a tune-up. You know how it is.
Yeah, 100% know how that is. Yep. Yep.
So, what would you guys like to do then?
Scream into the void, but I don't think that's possible right now.
It is, but you will have to roll for that, I'm afraid.
What's the roll? What's the DC? What do you want me to roll?
Roll to scream into the void.
What do you...
We'll do it.
Give me a charisma check. Why not? It's funny.
Okay. No. I just click the button. 15.
You scream into the void,
Not too shabby.
and the void screams back.
Not what I expected.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right,
Your,
well, we
heads off to the
trace
toilet.
our steps from our previous adventure. How far did we get last time before we...
You got about halfway.
Okay. Well, at least we know the way. Half of it, anyway.
That's true. We do know the way. So, yeah. Let's
Van Moose.
yeah. Let's vamoose. Vamoose. Van Moose. Let's Van Moose.
Okay. You make your respective ways.
I'm sorry. We Van Moosed.
Sorry, you make your respective Van Moosey ways. Up and out of the Runestone Forge hideout, and into the city streets, where it's still somewhat early morning. If I just... Whoop. And as you're kind of making your way out through the front door of this fake store, effectively, let me just drop you down where that would actually be. That would be helpful for you guys.
I like the pink trees.
I do
Um,
too.
I think you guys might need to actually press your long rest buttons, because currently Mura has 9 health.
What? Long rest.
I did mine.
There you go.
I was like, why has Mura got a red circle around her? Oh!
I'm dying. Yeah, no, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
You head out into the city. The sun is kind of still just peering up over the top of the kind of surrounding mountains. So the arcano-mechanical lampposts and street lights are still illuminating the vast majority of the city. There are people starting to kind of leave their houses and make their way around the city streets. And as they do so, the sky for an instant seems to brighten suddenly before darkening. And
Ew.
everything starts to suddenly... There's this kind of orange-red glow that starts to almost emanate over everything, like the sun is being slowly covered by a filter. You can see a lot of the people who were walking around are starting to kind of stop, look around, they're looking up at the sky. And you all hear... You have had your times for celebration. Your summer festival is over. We have been working in the darkness until now, bringing the light where it's most needed. And now, we bring the light to you all. Is there anything you guys would like to do? As you can hear this voice kind of echoing around.
I am concerned.
Well, this is the voice in the sky. You can play that game. Yeah, you can all use the voice of choose.
And then he looks at his companions. It's just in case it's been a pleasure working with all of you. I've really developed a close like of each and every one of you.
What? Why do you think we're gonna die, Chester?
Oh, just like the signs in the sky and the scary voice and things of that nature. You never know.
The normal things that indicate death.
Yeah, just those.
Are you guys doing anything or just talking amongst yourselves?
Chester moves up to one of the streetlights. Not because he's scared.
Sure, Linger will do that too, because Lindsay can't actually understand things when they get filtered through voice mods. So I just know something bad is happening. I'm just gonna follow along.
Lindsay, is it going through a different mic?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think Lindsay's mic may have just switched as well.
Hold on.
It's now like the classic, we're on a video call.
Ew. No.
Bob, can you hear us?
There.
Calling in from...
There we go.
Icky,
North
I am
Carolina
so sorry for that
office.
disgustingness.
Much better.
There we go.
I was like, what happened?
We don't want that.
There is another flash, and you hear... It is now the time for my emissaries to bring to you my teachings. You can choose not to follow the will of the sun god.
Okay.
Know
yeah,
that you
one.
will invoke his wrath.
Oh.
And as he says
Boo.
wrath, there is another flash, and you see streaks of fire through the sky as these fireballs are almost like raining down on the streets. There is panic as
Yeah.
civilians start running. you hear the whirring of arcano-mechanical gears and a crackling sound, and a different voice echoing throughout Bimbleduke. Citizens of Bimbleduke, please remain calm. Seek the nearest shelter or head inside. Doors will be locked down in 2 minutes. Please seek the nearest shelter. You will be kept safe. Clockwork automatons have been mobilized.
Should we seek the nearest shelter?
I mean, yeah, that does seem like the wisest course of action.
It sure does.
And as you guys watch these small balls of fire kind of impact the city streets, there is a blast of kind of small stones, cobble, dirt, and where the fireball impacted, you see somewhat familiar, you'd seen previously, kind of standing up from this small smoking crater is what appears to be a goblin covered in those same kind of symbols and tattoos and markings glowing red. The goblin just kind of looks around a bit before and starts lobbing fireballs at nearby civilians. What would you guys like to do?
Did we kill that goblin?
No.
Yeah, we should.
Just leave
I
it.
mean, as tempting as it is to go and hide underground, we are abracadabra after all.
Where is it?
I mean,
It's added them in a straight line.
We've weathered the other things.
Yeah.
We can wrap this up.
It's just I'm a little worried that everyone's inside and is not going to see us.
I think that's okay, Chester.
Oh yeah, windows. I'm an idiot. All right.
Yeah, you moron. No, I'm joking. She would never.
Dumbass.
She's like, oh yeah, windows.
He's going to use prestidigitation to... That's the one where I can make my voice loud, right? Forgot.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Okay, never mind.
I always get
He's
this-
going to say in a real loud voice, be calm, everyone. Abracadabra is here. We will save your city.
I'm assuming you guys aren't seeing the tokens, because I think by default they're all hidden. Here we go.
Oh yeah, I didn't see any
I
of
now
those
see
tokens.
tokens. I see tokens appearing.
Yes, because they're raining down from the sky and balls of flame. See? See how that works? See, it's all cool and totally planned. And also, please roll initiative.
Mitch, Warden's on the map.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, now who am I going to hide behind?
I got a 5. Linger, obviously.
Ooh, 19.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh,
Did you? Oh my god, you deleted me! Oh
Every
my
time.
God!
Every time I selected Warden, it kept deciding it wanted to select Mura instead.
They
and
are-
then it
they are
finally
a-
showed Warden in the menu. And it
Here,
still
do-
got rid of Mura.
Do I need to re-roll initiative or did?
No, you're fine. It saves it.
Oh good, I'm just 9th in the initiative order.
Oh my goodness.
That's not good.
Chaos Goblin.
Yeah, they're Chaos Goblins, because they got that Chaos.
Kind of a
magic.
redundancy.
True.
Does that mean that they're just like less chaotic?
It just means it's the magic they got, yo. You know? They got that magic in them.
I
Take out that
hate
dog.
going so early. in
Yeah, it's
initiative.
because
I'm gonna trade.
Shard doesn't always
Yeah, I
roll
do.
for them, so it just kind of drops them all in on one number, which we don't always want, and I'm trying to get it all rolled up and randomized. There we go. So, first things first, can you show me this guy? Where is he? That one, there we go, thank you. Start round 1. There we go. So, this goblin over here, all the way on the far end of the map of the city. Let me switch to the map so everyone else can see what you're seeing. That's a thought, isn't it?
It is a thought for sure.
This goblin is gonna go ahead and he's going to set fire to this tree.
No, not the pink one.
Because he's not aware of your guys' existence yet.
No,
just
not fire.
Come down from the sky in a ball of flame, and now he's just causing mayhem. Which means it's Chester's turn.
Chester going to, since he doesn't have Warden, he needs a little more oomph. So he's going to cast Blade Mirage as a bonus action.
Cool.
Now that he's got all these illusory, although not to the goblins, blades around him, he's going to get up to this guy. Hey, you! None of that yet. And with advantage, it's going to try to hit him with a dagger. Oh, sorry, rapier.
Each subsequent turn is a bonus action. You can create.
So 17.
I see. So you've used your
17.
bonus action when you. Oh no, when you cast the spell, it gives you the advantage, and next turn you use the bonus action. Got it. 17 hits.
17. Okay, so then he's going to do a fair amount of damage, hopefully. Okay, so 11 plus, and since this is creature has not taken a turn yet, and he's a bugbear, he's going to do another 2d6. 1, 2. So 11 plus 7 is 18.
18 points of damage. You watch as this goblin that Chester is heading in towards throws a small firebolt towards a nearby child who is fleeing with their parents. As this clockwork automaton steps in the way, the firebolt just splashes harmlessly on the leg of this automaton with a slight scorch mark. Chester spins around the side of the building with these illusory blades spinning around him, and just with one swift rapier strike takes out the goblin.
Alright.
Goblin is kill.
As much as I like chaos. Alright, and then he's a little tired after that, so he's just gonna lean against this pole. And that'll be his turn.
I love him
I love
so
it
much.
Yeah.
Chester is all of us.
Right?
Yeah.
I've done my thing. Just
Oh.
someone else do something now.
Yes.
Your turn. Give me 6 seconds. Linger.
All right, Linger. Couple things. Rip exists on the map.
Yeah, there he is.
And then we're gonna wait to summon Little Linger. And we're gonna try a new spell. You wanna try a new spell?
I love that.
Do it. All right. Hold on. What was the range?
1,000 feet.
Okay, it's just one. No. All right. So on this guy right here,
Mm-hmm.
Linger is going to reach out, and from her hand, a black shadowy hand will extend and then race across the ground as a shadow, all creepy like and clutchy. And it's the cloying darkness.
Nice.
Attack it. Does a 13 hit?
It just might. They are goblins with no armor on. It does not, unfortunately.
Okay. Then the brightness around the goblin makes the darkness not work. And
Oh my
She's
god,
gonna-
I'm reading what this spell does. That's horrifying.
I know, right? I really wanted it to work.
Mitch is like,
Right.
yeah, whatever. And then he's like, holy shit.
So his
Jesus,
armor class
dude.
drops to a 10, so that this what now? Jesus
And-
Christ!
Oh wait! Before we move on from this, she's got that thing.
Oh yeah, that thing. I know that thing.
God, where is it on here? You know, because she's a dead girl and she gets things.
You're a dead.
You're a
girl.
dead girl.
You both did it.
I am so mad that independently of each other we did that. I am so angry.
Love it.
Mitch, we just stop hanging out.
Oh no, it's just on skill checks. Never mind.
Oh. That sucks.
Shoot. It does.
Does that
That's
end
okay.
Linger's turn?
I'm checking to see if I have anything else. Anything that can make that a win. I don't think I do.
You're a dead girl.
That's
What I need to
okay.
do is add an extension to Shard. Because I'm going to try with you guys using Baldur's Gate style inspiration, where you can have up to 4, and it can carry over between sessions, and it can be used
Oh, that's
Baldur's Gate
sick.
style.
I mean, you can give me inspiration right now for wanting to use a new spell.
I honestly
That's-
think you had one from last session. Like, genuinely.
I believe that.
Because you worked out
Alright.
one of the connections with the tarot card enemies.
All right, does a 19 do it then? Let's do
It
that.
does indeed.
All right. So that's
It's just
gonna
like, yeah,
be
you definitely have inspiration, I guess. But just fucking do it.
Genuinely think she did. At least one.
I have
Alright,
one.
so
If they
they're
carry
gonna
over, I
take-
do have one.
They will do, yeah.
So the decaying
Okay.
hand of shadows reaches out and it deals 5 points of necrotic damage, and the goblin needs to make a Constitution saving throw. If
Cool.
it fails, its visual organs are enveloped in shadow until the start of my next turn, causing it to treat all lighting if it's 1 step lower in intensity.
When you say visual organs, you mean skin? For sure.
No, like
Eyeballs.
any eyeballs and stuff.
My skin is an organ.
Well, it means it's just trying to circumvent if they're like, well, it doesn't look like it have eyes or whatever. You can be like, well, whatever it uses to see things.
Mitch, I think it should also be the skin, because that's fucking hilarious. And instructions not clear.
4.
All right, it is
But also,
enveloped
Steph, it's-
in dim light.
it's visual organs, not visible organs.
Oh. Okay. I woke up late.
And that
But that is why I was originally like, oh my god, when I read it, because I also read it as visible organs, which is why I was like, ew, fuck.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying. I mean, I guess having your eyeballs enveloped in darkness is pretty fucking...
Yeah, as this hand just reaches up and claws at the goblin. And you can just see
Yeah.
the shadows left behind as he's like,
yeah.
It peaked, but that's hilarious.
And I like to think that it's like extra spooky for the goblin because it's all about the sunshine and stuff.
it is indeed. It's very
So,
spooky for him.
That's the good. Linger's turn is done.
Excellent. Bear with me 30 seconds. I might need to restart my audio stuff. Hold on. No, no I don't.
Oh.
It's there. What's
Oh,
fine?
and Rip's gonna start running
He's doing the Tom Cruise
this
run.
way.
Yeah.
Okay. SEAL Team Rip has been mobilized. Does that end Linger's turn?
That does. I promise.
This little Chaos Goblin over here is going to gonna come out 30 feet this way to see what his buddy's screaming about. Because there's a difference between causing chaos scream and help.
Uh-huh.
He can see the goblin is panicking and struggling, does not know why. So he's gonna just dash and try and help his buddy. But he's used his action to dash. So we've had Rip's turn. Because Rip doesn't take a separate turn, does he? Or does he?
No, I think she has to use a.
Cool. Let me then remove him from the initiative tracker. Has that just hidden him from the map? Yes.
No, he's still there
Oh, he's still there. Good.
for me.
That's
I see
fine.
him.
It's my entire browser that's frozen. That's why.
Right.
Rip fun.
This little chaos goblin is gonna throw a fireball.
Went to market. Yeah.
Exactly. Firebolt, rather. Goblins with fireball would be terrifying. He is going to miss, but he does trigger a surge. And the chaos begins. With a 43. 43, what does that do?
I thought you were saying 43 damage. I was like, I'm dead.
No, he missed. For the next minute, he can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action.
I'm fucking terrifying.
As he throws a fireball which misses, and then there's just a scream of terror as he bursts into flames and vanishes before reappearing in a column of fire 20 feet away. Mura,
Hi.
it is your
Wow.
turn.
This is scary. I'm gonna move like here, I think. And I know what you guys are thinking. Mirror, just Eldritch Blast, you know? Like it's just easy. But I'm not gonna do that because all these dudes are like lumped up, and I think I can get all of them with a shatter. Can I get all of them with shatter, Mitch? These
It's possible. Let
these
me
Three of 'em.
motherfucker.
let
Yeah,
me drop
those
you
three.
a token. Where's it gone? I've just forgotten where everything is, bro.
It hasn't been that long
Hey,
since we
Mitch.
played.
Hello.
Mitch, I have a question. Lindsay
might have an
has
answer.
sleepy brain still.
Right.
So when the big megaphone was talking and saying spooky stuff, would it have been reasonable for Linger to have gone ahead and done mage armor at that point?
I was expecting that Mura and Linger both did their mage armor when fire started raining
Okay.
from the sky and
I thought we did it when we
the
woke up.
speakers in Bimbledook. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you
Yeah.
hadn't done it when you woke up, you definitely would have gone fuck,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah,
do it,
I
do
just
it.
didn't want to. I just didn't want to put it on without asking. Just
That's fine.
I like to make
Um,
sure.
What's the radius on shatter?
It's your mom.
What is going on with you guys?
It's a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
Sphere.
This would be the point that I would center it on.
Yeah, I think
There you
I
go.
think you're
There's
good.
a 10-foot circle, and it's player controlled, so you can move it and put it wherever you want.
Thanks, Mom.
You're
Yeah, I'm
welcome.
gonna shadow these bitches.
Eat
Okay.
him.
Dexterity save, isn't it?
Sure, man. No,
Oh, it's a con save.
it's a
Cool.
con save. 15.
They're great at those. These
Are they?
fucking guys. 4. Net 1. 4. I keep rolling 4 for these goblins.
Time to change your dice, my dude. That's 12
But
thunder
there's
damage.
a brief moment where the one who got the nat 1 gains a point of inspiration and looks real pleased with himself before every internal organ ruptures and he explodes.
Did Mura just kill 3 goblins?
Yes.
Okay. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And because
Looks back at Linger. Did I do good?
did I do it? And
Finger
because
golf
there-
claps.
and there's no kill like overkill, I'm gonna use Quicken spell to change an action to a bonus action, and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at this one and this one.
Which one? Sorry, my camera was moving. Okay, those two. Cool.
Yeah.
The 2 left.
As a 15.
Just hits.
Great. It's 5.
Cool.
And then for the other one, that's a 10.
Oh.
Buddy.
That's so sad. That's sad. I only got to kill 3 goblins this turn.
So the one who's busy setting fire to the tree hears a noise to the side, turns, catches an eldritch blast to the face, and is just blasted and scattered against the side of a building.
Oh. Rip.
No, Rip's on the other side.
That's my turn. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Chester looks back. That still only counts for 1!
Oh.
This guy who's just having a real bad time now.
Yeah, jeez. Did all of his friends die? Yeah.
Yeah, he looks at the ones who have just been exploded, looks over to his friend for support. As he takes an eldritch blast to the side, he watches as his friend gets just cartwheeled through the air. He looks down the street and watches as Chester just impales another one. And he's kind of panicking a bit. But that doesn't stop this little guy. He's the little goblin who could. And what he could do is throw a firebolt at Mura.
Ow!
With a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that fucking hits. Sorry.
And it causes a surge. So we'll roll the surge first and see if he accidentally fireballs himself before we do anything else.
Cool.
75.
Fireball yourself, not me. Did he fireball himself?
No, we can't add radiuses to people, can we still? No, fine. Add token. New map token. Radius. 30. Boop. That's centered on him. You watch as he hurls this fireball before erupting into this blazing bright light 30 feet around him. He looks at his glowing hands and, I have been blessed by the sun god, as this firebolt hurtles towards Mura for 1 point of fire damage.
Ow!
Burns a little bit of eyebrow off, but that's about it, really. That will end the Chaos Goblin's turn, which means...
Goblin.
The Chaos Goblin.
To my favorite Little Wizard Chan. Linger, hugs and kisses, your boy Vecna. Thank you, Max.
It has
Thank you for
become
sharing
time.
that.
You watch as there is this pillar of fire. That's the word I'm looking for. that just kind of erupts upwards from a small section of dirt near Chester.
Ew.
And as the column kind of extends up about 40 feet in the air, you hear a familiar voice.
I knew she was going to show up.
Yep.
Well, well, well. I thought we weren't going to run into each other again.
Yeah, the whale's right over there.
And there are 3 of them. Oh no, there's 4, damn it. That's a fountain. There's well...
Well.
Oh,
and they're just I'll have a well. It's like a where.
There's the one near Mura is it's an arcano-mechanical fountain. With a lovely mechanical water feature. But yes, the High Priestess emerges from the Pillar of Fire. Should be visible, although it's not giving me the option to show or hide, so hopefully she's visible. There we go.
Nope.
Show. It just
There
wasn't
she
giving
is.
me the option a second ago. That ends that. Chester, it is your turn.
Alright, well, yeah, I assumed we would see each other again, and we are even more powerful than we were before. Watch this, for example.
Not wrong.
And he's
My
going to
power
try
has
to...
doubled since the last time we met count.
Oh, I'll take a nat 20. I'm not going to...
She actually has an armor class of 40.
No.
Okay, well, I still hit, because it's a crit.
Yep.
So, what is... So
Yeah.
I'm going to roll...
Yes,
still
and then
a
you
bad
add
roll.
the maximum damage.
So 12... God, math. 12 plus 8 is...
20.
So 34.
34 points of damage. Fuck me. Can you just, like,
That's a lot of damage.
with the knot?
And you see, that's what I was talking about. Vis-a-vis more power.
Excellent. She just... Are you doing anything else, Chester?
No, that was action, bonus action, movement. Got them all.
Cool. Cool.
And I will say, and maybe you probably saw it in the description of Blade Mirage, she can use an action to do an intelligence save.
Yes.
Just...
I did indeed. Linger.
Yeah. All right. Linger is going to summon Little Linger. Let me get to Little Linger.
Sailor Moon sequence initiated.
Yep. She's gonna pop up behind the priestess. And she's going to attempt to cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level. Let's see if we hit. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Ooh, dirty.
Yes, it does.
All right. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Where'd it go? There we go.
Whoops. I didn't just accidentally double tap a button on my stream deck. You heard nothing.
I heard nothing.
20 points of necrotic
Oh.
damage. Jesus.
Well, hang on. There's one more because I did it at a higher level. I just have to make it do the thing. So
Wow.
8 more.
Damn.
28 points of necrotic damage from Little Linger as she flies down and she like touches the priestess on the back of her calf, and so then just the pretty pink light makes contact, and then blackness flares out and creeps up the woman's leg, enveloping it in rot.
Absolutely. You see as well, it kind of spreads through the glowing markings and tattoos that she has all over her body. For a moment, these kind of glowing blue symbols and markings dull and throb with this necrotic energy. And as the wound inflicted spreads, you can see that just kind of the whole leg that's kind of exposed, all of those glowing markings are just inert. They just look like tattoos now. Not that that's a bad
that
thing.
looks like it
Tattoos
hurts a
are
little
cool.
bit.
And we're gonna move here. Okay.
Yeah, what is that
End of
thing?
turn.
Like a statue?
I don't know. Pretty though.
What thing?
That lingers standing beside. It's like a gold.
Gold.
Oh yes, that
Gold
Is this-
loopy thing.
very lovely and intricate gold banded model sphere. You can see basically Eroth mapped out across this sphere that's kind of slowly rotating.
Okay.
Within the golden bands, there's a large kind of model airship that's circling in one of the golden
Like a-
bands, which is Promethea.
Oh,
The
Oh,
floating
so it's like an
city.
orrery kind of.
Yeah.
Cool.
And one of the it's just kind of like kind of a quick observation. You can immediately see like one of the bands is tracking the sun's position in the sky, and then there's 3 other bands which are tracking the positions of each of the moons in relation.
I feel
to
like
Eroth.
Linger stops paying attention to the battle and is just like, oh, this is pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Boom. Okay, better inspiration has been added, and I just need to enable it in this campaign, and it should show up on your sheets. But first things first, it's the turn of the High Priestess. And she's going to just leave. 'Cause this
I don't blame her.
don't
Yeah.
blame
is
her,
not
yeah.
fun for her right
50 points of
now.
damage.
I'm hurt. Goodbye.
She just kind of like almost defensively raises 2 hands in front of her and then just slowly turns the palms to face Chester. You see symbols on her palms flare up as she's going to use her concussive blast. Can
Rip.
you please, Chester and little Linger, although I think Linger's vanished. So Chester, and when she returns, please give me a
Doggy.
dexterity saving throw.
Hi,
I'm okay with those, at least. Oh, 30-20.
Nice. And little
Linger is
yes.
incorporeal. So
Does she? I needed to
Doesn't-
double check that. Doesn't make saves or anything.
right.
Cool.
She's a little ghost.
Like a spiritual
Cool,
weapon.
that's fine. So Chester,
Yep.
then. You
Yes, a half.
take 10 points of thunder damage. And you are neither deafened nor pushed or knocked prone. But you are kind of like pushed back like a half step onto your back foot by just the force of this blast. You can feel it kind of reverberating and pushing heavily on your eardrums. All of Chester's fur just blasts back suddenly.
I need those ears for hearing things, lady.
She... I know. That's the
Oh,
point.
I see. Okay, I get you.
And then she's going to bonus action, Meteor Storm.
Mm.
No, she won't. She will, however, Yeah, she's going to risk it. She's going to fly 20 feet straight up in the air, so it will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Alright.
Chester.
I, of course, have the sentinel feat, so I don't really. Let me turn off.
With all these 20s. Christ.
That was not a natural one, at least.
No, I know.
9 damage.
9 points of piercing damage.
Hey, close my door.
As you lash out at her leg as she drifts up into the air.
How high up is she? Did you say
20
20
feet.
feet? Alright.
Here we go. Pick extensions. Better inspiration. Save. Close.
Oh yeah, it did show up.
That will end the High Priestess's turn. Little Linger doesn't get a turn, does she?
Mm-mm.
I will remove that from the initiative
Nope,
tracker.
nope.
It's just because when tokens get added, it likes
Yeah.
to add them to the tracker, which is fair. Mura.
Hi, it's Mira. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Here's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna kill some stuff. Come on, kill a
Move
priestess.
back there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. Wow, what should I do? Boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the priestess twice.
Okay.
Where's my Eldritch Blast button? There it is.
Mura's
That's
dedicated
an
Eldritch Blast button.
That's an 11
Ooh, an 11.
Oh,
and a 19.
Okay, so the 19 hits. The 11, she will use her reaction. You guys watch as Mura, you launch 2 Eldritch Blasts, one of which hits, so roll damage.
Sorry, barking dogs. 7.
7 points of force damage. As the Eldritch Blast
Get
connects, she looks up to see the second one incoming, and you watch as she raises her hands defensively again, and the Eldritch Blast just seems to arc up towards into the symbol on one hand, and it just absorbs in before the symbol on her other hand flares up with the same color of Mura's Eldritch Blast energy, and she fires the blast back at you.
That's not fair!
21 to hit.
That hits. I can't even use shield. Fuck!
Mura says out loud.
Yeah,
No, she doesn't. Mira's pure and never swears, except that one time. You
that's
take
true.
5
It's
points
so
of force damage.
It's so unfair that I have been Eldritch Blast. I've been blasted by my own Eldritch. All right. Ow! Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool.
My turn of getting hurt.
This lovely glowy boy over here,
Oh, I
who
forgot
has
about
been
him. I should have
blessed by
killed
the
him.
light of the sun god, or so he thinks, is going
Rest!
to range is probably enough. Yes, he launches a firebolt at Chesterfields.
Hey there.
18 to hit.
Yep. Same thing. Shields, not enough.
For 5 points of fire damage and a roll that I forgot to make on their chaos table. That's another 34. I think that was the one I got earlier. Oh, no it's not. I see. Okay. He has truly been blessed by the sun god.
Truly!
Truly, he is blessed. So that'll end his turn. As you can see, wisps of smoke starting to curl off this goblin as the magical runes and tattoos and carvings across his body are starting to blaze even brighter. Chesterfields, it is your turn.
Alright, I kind of forgot about that goblin as well.
I had a feeling everyone would because of the color of the
Yeah.
token. So I'm just going to change that.
Well, also the priestess appeared in front of me, so that
I
kind of distracted a bit.
I figured it was a bit of both of like, the priestess would be a distraction, but then I figured the color of the token was just so all-consuming that no one would see a single goblin in the center.
I'll be right back. I gotta pee. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Go, Chester.
Okay, so I think... yeah, since she's up high and he knows his friends are better ranged than he is, he's going to get up to this one. And, hey, we're trying to do something over here and you're bothering us. And he's going to use his bonus action to use his blade stuff for a 19.
That'll hit.
And he's going to do 11 damage. Oh, look at those ones. Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah, 11 damage.
sadness.
As you...
Hopefully he had 10 hit points.
Oh wait, actually, hold on. Hold on. Sorry, that was entirely my bad for not remembering, but I think you would have been blinded when you entered his light.
Oh.
Any creature that
Right.
ends its turn. Fine. So no, you're absolutely all good. You stab him.
Go.
I think the light would probably die before your end of your turn. You glow with a bright light for the next minute. Any creature that ends its turn... It doesn't say it's in any way linked to him being conscious or alive. So I think it would still be glowing.
His, like, body is?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so bright over here.
As you kill him and you're like, yeah, great, I did good. And then are immediately blinded by the bright light.
I'm blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche into the
cloak
world
on
of the night.
Toss a blanket on him. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all his things to do. So he has done his things.
Okay.
Good
I'm just
things.
gonna add blinded to you because we can. We can do that. We have the technology. Linger.
All right.
I like that there's just a trail of dead goblins in almost a straight line that Chester has now
I
completed.
know. Beautiful.
Connect 4 we're playing over here.
All right, we're gonna 60 feet. Can't tell. All right, fine. She'll move up enough so that it's 60 feet. We're gonna
If I
cast
have to
Bloody
leave
Burst
the cool
it.
orb.
She
Cool.
turns away with a sigh. Fine. So I need a. Yeah. Let's see. Beep, beep, beep. The book opens, flips some pages. Some of the dried blood writing pools up and creates a little blood dagger that zips across the sky. It's a Constitution save, DC 15.
No. And I've used her reaction. Her Constitution saving throw is not enough. That's a 7.
Okay, hang on. I also need to lower. Where's my HP? There it is. I need to take two off this bad boy. All right. So what had happened was, where'd it go? We're gonna. her blood starts to violently erupt outward, and by her I mean the priestess. And she's gonna take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch.
There's nothing close enough to get sprayed with blood that matters. Little Linger just spins prettily in the rain of blood.
Sparkles.
And yeah. Dexterity saving throw, yada yada yada. Yeah, that's what we've done.
Okay.
So now she's just dripping with her own now rotting blood.
Ew.
She's got sepsis.
It does happen.
And Linger's gonna go back to the orrery and continue.
Continue
just
marveling.
realized I didn't take con save or concentration saves damage. So that would have passed the first one, and the second one would have passed. Okay.
Wow. Double 18s. Okay. No, wouldn't do that. You're too far away. The High Priestess. It's a range of 120 feet. Whoa, that's moving her. She is going to. She raises her hands and points towards Linger.
How dare.
You're beginning to become a nuisance. And she's going to cast Ethereal Immolation. So I need you, Linger,
That doesn't sound good.
to...
Yeah,
Surely there's a saving throw.
if not, it's busted.
Broken.
It's not the most damaging, but there should be a saving throw for this. This must have just been missed. That's fine. I need you to make what's going on in this spell, and I'll figure out what sort of saving throw it should be. I know her DC. I
Intelligence.
just need to figure out the.
Yeah, which save?
Reacts violently to the presence of magic. Why does it not have one? That's really fucking weird. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure. 21.
Nice.
Cool. You're all good. There is this brief moment as you are shrouded in this visible ethereal power, almost like these kind of translucent purplish blue flames flickering around Linger, but you just kind of look down uninterested, the tail swishes and the flames...
Yeah, she definitely dismisses it with her tail. She's like, no.
Not even worthy of anything else. And the High Priestess is going to cry. Bonus action, cry, and then legendary action, complain.
Try again. Oh.
Speaking of crying, it's Mura's turn.
Oh!
It's funny because it's true.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
You're bullying my boss fight, and I'm taking it out on the most
Oh.
vulnerable one.
Why did you do that to me? I need to read this spell. Oh no, that's a good. Why did I take this spell? Interesting.
I like how
Get
you
rid of
started
that.
with "that's a good spell" and then asked, "Why did I take this spell?" As if Mura's not allowed to have anything nice.
No, it's just like it's from Kibbles. It's a fine spell, but it's seeking orb. You create a tiny orb of pure arcane energy that hovers within range of a designate and within range and designate a target within 120 feet for the duration of that spell. At the end of each one of your turns, the orb grows larger and moves 30 feet directionally towards the creature. The orb reaches the target, it detonates.
That's the most
dealing
ominous and threatening spell ever.
dealing 6d4 force damage and an additional 2d4 damage for each round since you cast the spell for a maximum of 10d4. Yeah, it's pretty, you know.
So it starts basically next to you and just slowly grows until it reaches the target. That's hilarious. I love it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I took that one too, but I don't have it equipped. But yeah, I was like,
My
that's so
God.
much fun.
Linger and Mura stood on either side of someone just slowly.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that
Venn
needs to happen.
diagram of doom.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That'd be insane torture if someone had seen that work on one of their allies and you're like, we got one on either side of you, buddy. Tell us what we want to know or you're gonna blow up.
Tell us what we want to know. Is this goblin dead over here? This light boy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move up. Maybe like 20 feet. Okay. How far are we away from her? Too far. Why did I take spells that you have to be close to people with? Eldritch Blast.
All of that build up. And then Eldritch
22
Blast.
and a 20.
Both hit.
Nice.
Eat it. And 19 damage.
Too shabby.
Cool.
Right at the priestess.
She's still hovering up in the air, but she's just being rocked backwards and forwards by the Eldritch Blast. She is not looking good at all. Does that end?
I'm
Mura's
really,
turn?
I'm really tempted to do like. I'm really tempted to use some sorcery points to do quicken spell and do that.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll use quicken.
Take her down.
Spell. And should I take her? Well, if I do the seeking orb thing, it won't do it immediately. But
The dedication to wanting to use Seeking Orb.
yeah. Oh, okay, here, I'll just, I'll do this, so that way Chester has advantage. I will cast Stardust.
Cool.
Ooh.
Stardust! I guess it just hits her. It doesn't have, like, a hit or a DC. I guess it just hits.
Creatures in the radius take damage. Yeah, I guess so.
I'm hitting upwards towards her. Ah! It's not like it's 9
Yep,
force
it's a 30-foot
damage.
cone. Cool.
It
9
hits her,
points of
and then
force damage.
whoever goes next has advantage.
Mhm.
It's like that one thing that clerics do a lot that doesn't
Guiding
always
bolt.
hit. Or as Max calls it, guiding miss, but yeah. Because it
As,
misses a lot.
A shower of stardust and pixie dust.
Mostly pixie dust.
Does that end Mira's turn?
Sure does.
In that case, at the end of the round, I need every single one of you, please, to make dexterity saving throws as fire
no.
rains from the sky.
Oh. Fuck.
You know what? Oh, more than 21, but I did a check by mistake.
Oh, we
That's
need to
okay.
save.
I still passed, I assume.
Yes.
5.
17!
Linger's just real busy staring at this model of Eroth. Seeing if the she's trying to see if the floating citadel is still floating there, or if they've moved it. But yes, fire rains down from the sky, and Linger takes the full 4. Chester and Mura, you both take 2 points of fire damage.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm singed.
That was a
I'm
real
bloodied
disappointing
with
roll.
that. With that 2
Oh,
points. Move me to bloodied.
Oh no.
Oh no!
That's alright. I got my amulet on. I'll be fine.
Move it to Chester's turn, although Chester is blinded.
Blind.
By the
Speaking
light.
of blind,
I'm blind, I'm
okay.
bloodied, I'm not doing
So
really
he's gonna-
great.
like, is he able to make his way out while being
Yeah.
blind? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can kind of turn roughly
Retrace
at
my steps a
180
little bit.
degrees and step back, plus with your background feature of knowing your way through the streets, I'd say you have a
Yeah,
good enough
there you go.
mental image of the street you came down, you know where you were facing. You kind of feel your way along that lamppost next to you, and you're like, okay, lights are here, path this way. You stagger out of the light, blinded.
Am I no longer blinded, or does that last?
Let me check if it's. I think it's till the end of your next turn. Should be this one. Yes, it is the end of this turn.
Yes, I'm still blinded, but I also have advantage, so it would cancel each other out if I try to throw a
That it do.
something in there. Alright, I'm hoping you haven't moved, but I cannot see you, so here's looking at you, kid. Or not, in this case. 19. And then his second one would be at disadvantage, I guess, because it's just one attack, right?
Yes.
Alright, so 19 for one, and 18 for the other.
Christ. Yeah, they both
So
hit.
they both? Alright. So it does 1 and 3 for a total of 4 damage. And when I can see you again, there's going to be hell to pay.
Oh,
I
look,
swear to
where
God.
that came from.
He's just rubbing his eyes now. But did I
When
get her?
When I can see you again.
He's
yeah.
yelling out. Did I get her? Did I get her? Oh my God, I can't hear either. No one's saying anything.
I don't. You're doing great.
You're doing great,
Everyone is
sweetie!
doing.
Oh, okay,
Everyone's
cool.
doing
Thank
so
you. I
well.
need positive reinforcement. Thank you.
You got this, Chester! Yay, Chester! You got it! Yay!
All right, that's my turn, and his chest puffs up a little bit.
As your vision is coming back to you through the blur, you can see the priestess still floating 20 feet up in the air, but just like arms hanging by her side, struggling to still kind of stay upright. It is Linger's turn, as you can see as well the kind of unseen wind that was keeping the priestess's hair constantly kind of flowing and majestic has almost seemed to die down, and most of the hair is just sagging.
All right, we're gonna try for sadness. Little Linger was gonna try to inflict wounds again, but was unable.
Now
Oh.
this is interesting, because if an attack misses her, I can use her reaction to redirect it. I can't target Little Linger. However,
Are you gonna kill Chester?
you are
How
both
could
within
you?
30 feet of her, and she can select any target within 30 feet. I'm gonna roll a
Which it's-
d4.
Yeah, so she still has to
see.
fly down and touch, right?
Yes.
Odds or evens?
Yeah.
Well, it's not that she flies down and touch it. She can choose like a target to redirect towards, but she does still make a roll as
Huh.
if she were touching.
Okay.
So, d4 will go odds for Chester, even for Mura. That's fun. It's a 1.
Perfect.
So that
Was
is
not meant to be.
a roll plus her.
Oh wait, that was the choice.
It's a spell attack roll. Yeah, it's a spell attack, isn't it? Inflict wounds.
Yes.
So
that
is
second
a
level as well?
Yes.
Ooh.
17 to hit.
I will shield
Woo!
and
There you
not
go.
die.
You all watch as little Linger reaches out, grabs hold of the High Priestess's leg again. You see the energy flare up in her leg, and she, not this time, as she struggles to lift her arms up. You see it kind of, you watch as it's channeled through her body in this stream of necrotic energy. Just emanates out towards Chester, who last second throws up this invisible shield, and you watch chest puffed out from the positive reinforcement as this
Yeah.
this
I'm
wave
glad I was
of
not blind
necrotic
when that
energy
happened.
just
Right?
washes across
Yeah.
Chester, who's just stood there stoically.
Heroically.
Heroically.
Absolutely. Cool. Is Linger doing anything else?
Is Linger doing anything else?
I forgot my con save again. Sorry. For
You
the,
didn't take damage.
from the
That-
falling fire. I took 2 damage,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm fine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm good though.
Guess she's gonna start making her way over here where Rip's
Make it away.
at. Make it away. And that will conclude the adventures of Linger inside of this 6-second space of time.
Okay. The High Priestess is going to she raises her hands up once more, one pointed towards Mura, one towards Chester. You watch as
No,
the
don't
glowing
hit Chest-
blue markings across her body start to shift and turn orange and red, and she's going to cast Scorching Ray.
What?
Mm.
That is... I'm just gonna go in order.
Oh, can I counter spell?
You can indeed. What level are you counterspelling at?
I guess 3rd level, because that's as high as I can cast it.
Okay. You, I couldn't remember if you had 4th level or not. You all watch as the markings, her hair, all start to turn red. She fires 3 scorching rays. 1 starts blasting towards Mura, 2 towards Chester, as Linger kind of steps back out from behind the tree that she's just circled to get towards Rip, points her wand, and the rays just fizzle out into nothingness, moments before reaching their targets.
Oh my god,
Ooh, a
you're
warm
saved.
breeze. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you both just get this rush of warm air. Chester's fur, for probably the first time since you've seen him, is firmly and thoroughly rustled by the amounts of blasts of air he's had throughout this
It's like a
fight.
blowout. Yeah.
He's extra floofy today after combat.
And you will, of course, never mention this to anyone.
Yeah, and Linger will just look at the high priestess and just sort of waggle her finger and shake her head slightly. No.
Mura.
Hi, I'm Mura. Well, I mean, I hate to like leave everybody in suspense for an extended period of time.
Do the orb. Do the gradually growing orb, and just everyone stands and passes their turn until it reaches her.
It's kind of tempting. No, why do that when I can just get within 10 feet? Is she still in the air?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
just hugging that 20-foot levitation.
Oh, okay.
Because she got that hover speed and fly speed and whatever else. speed
Wait,
it was
hold on.
she
I
actually
got a
has.
thing.
Fly speed. She has a fly speed. That's what it is. That's why she's still floating.
I can do something. Hold on. Where's my fly thingy?
Mura pulls out a fly swatter.
Oh, maybe I don't have it yet.
Are you once again thinking of the 6th level Storm Sorcerer ability?
Where I can float upward?
I think so.
If that's it, then yeah, definitely. Mira remembers at one time she could float upwards. She attempts to float upwards. I can't do it. I used to be able to fly, everybody.
I believe in you. You can do it.
I can fly. She like tries to gather up some of that latent pixie dust that is there to try to give it to herself. It does not work. How far off the ground is she?
20 feet.
That's too high for me. Don't move there. Because I'm an eldritch blade. I was gonna poison spray, but I can't. I gotta be within 10 feet, and I can't do that if I can't jump high enough. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 15 and a soft 20.
The 15 just hits.
Great.
Ooh,
Get wrecked. 9.
nice.
Can you get? I'm peeking a lot. Oh. Oh, fuck, bitch! Look what you made me do.
I'm sorry.
Do I need to put my gain on, or did that help?
I think so.
Okay. I think it's at mid-range. 14.
14. Would you like to describe your kill?
Woohoo!
As once
Now
again,
I'm good.
Mura takes the kill in this game. Mura's vicious in this game.
Mura is vicious. Let me also fix my output
love it.
volume by a little bit.
Also, thanks for the gifted sub, Max.
Thanks, Max. Is that also better, Mitch?
Yes.
Okay, great. I think Mira is just like, I was gonna cast an orb that would follow you around, but I feel like this is just gonna be a little bit easier if I do this. And she goes, boom, boom. And she Eldritch Blast, and then as one of them hits the priestess, like I imagine it's like the second one, obviously, where she's like, oh, I don't think that did, and then she just watches her like fall, and she's like, oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought Chester was gonna get it. I killed her, you guys. I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
I'll get the next one.
I didn't know if I was supposed to or not. Fuck.
No,
Oh, no.
I'm fine with it.
That's good.
Mira says fuck, but she says it really, really quietly. She's like, fuck. Like right under her breath.
It's one of those things where we met her and she was real nasty, and I would have liked to fight her then, but then she was probably going to kill us, and we did, and now we meet her again, and we're really powerful, and then we killed her. I mean, that just feels good.
It does feel good, yeah. I wish Warden had been here to like chop our legs off or something.
Yeah, he's here in spirit.
Yeah, his warrior spirit is with us. Yeah.
He's probably protecting people elsewhere from
I
more
just sound
goblins.
like him. She's dead, you guys.
Well, yeah, let's take all the
Well,
stuff too.
With that,
Yes, let's do that.
as the High Priestess drops from the sky and hits the ground with a crunch, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. We will see you back
Right.
here very soon, and I will continue Mura's theme over the break.
Yay!
Goodbye.
It's
We did it.
Mura. Mira's like just an Etsy store that's like, you message her and you're like, hey, can you make this? And she's like, I can do that. And then you... It's just always weird shit, though. Mira's
And
like a
with that,
nightmare Etsy store.
As Steph explains the Mura Etsy store, it was literally just as we popped back in. I just silently
Mura.
switched back.
It's funny, that's why.
It was, yes. But yes, as the High Priestess hits the floor with a crunch, unable to protect herself from the fall, the handful of goblins around you lying dead, you can see there are arcano-mechanical automatons in the distance dispatching other similar goblins with relative ease. There are one or two automatons that have seemingly been brought down or broken. You can see all around you as well, now that you have a moment to fully take in your surroundings. The nearby houses, the doors are firmly shut, and you can see there are these thick iron bars that seem to have spread out across, barring every door and every window. As the skies above you start to fade back to orange and then back to blue, the warning siren that was kind of echoing throughout the city starts to die down, and you watch as the bars slide back into these hidden sections of the door frames and the window frames. And you hear echoing around, Bimbleduke is now secure. You may leave your homes and resume your days.
Thanks to Abracadabra. Yeah, Chester yells out.
Mura repeats it just as loud, so Chester can feel like we're really all in it.
Yeah, we're accruing the fame that we so richly deserve.
Mira's like, I never wanted to do this.
You could see more automatons have now been dispatched out across the streets. They've got these kind of large, almost backpacks almost on their back that are just kind of open at the top, and they've got two arms that kind of end fused together into this large kind of scoop, and they are just scooping up goblin bodies, placing them into the sacks on their backs and just cleaning up the damage. But
all right, well, before
you have some time before they reach you.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start with the priestess, I would think, right, Chester?
Yeah.
Here. Get it.
We gotta check her for clues. Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, Chester, give me an investigation check.
Oh,
Can Linger assist?
Linger.
Sure.
My eyes, with all that brightness from before, they're not quite what they were. Investigation is here with advantage.
Yes, you're
Not too
visible.
bad. 16.
But on Discord, you're all pixelated. So
Cool.
I just want you to know. But that's
I
just
don't
Discord.
understand why.
It's okay.
This looks like a
Quickly.
low bet rate kind of thing.
Probably,
Yeah,
because I'm
Discord's
also
having some
streaming
sort of
at the same
issue with
time.
the. Yeah, Discord's
And I
having
have-
some sort of issue with the latest NVIDIA driver. That's what I read online. It's been having an issue for like a month because every time
I have that.
somebody's no, it's not that the latest driver that you have to have the latest driver. It's some sort of issue.
No, I know. I'm saying I have the driver which has the issue. Then.
Yeah.
Um,
So we figured this out because every time somebody streams on my other server, which is boosted and all of that stuff, it does the same thing. So
Weird. But yes, with your 16, you start looking through everything the High Priestess has. There is, of course, an amulet around her neck, which bears that kind of similar symbol for the sun god. You now assume. There is kind of separate from all the other markings, what languages do you speak? Because I guess if you're assisting, then you're kind of both doing it in a way. So Linger and Chester.
Celestial, common, and draconic.
Sorry, I'm just putting the amulets because I'm going to take that amulet. Could come in handy.
Fair enough.
I speak not much. I think just common, undercommon. Thieves can't. It says goblin, but I don't actually. Yeah.
Right. Cool. So Linger. It is definitely this draconic rune that's usually kind of used to denote like speech or speaking, but it's also used in the way draconic is often used with magic, in that it's similar to God, what's the name of it? Oh God, sending, like a long range speaking spell almost. Whether it functions exactly the same as sending, you don't know. But it kind of gives you the sending message. Those runes are very present within this draconic. It's almost like it's been branded onto her wrist.
We'll jot down a little copy of it. Any scrolls or spell books?
Yes. So that was just kind of like whilst you're passing over, and Chester's like, "Huh, this looks different to the others. Linger, what do you make of this?" And presents the wrist to you. But yes, continuing to search the High Priestess, you do find there is a book of prayers, which all seem dedicated to the sun. There are one or two prayers that kind of make reference to red dragons, gold dragons, these kind of fire-breathing dragons, almost like they're descendants of this mighty deity, and he's blessed them with the ability to breathe fire. But of course, you know, you guys don't care about prayers, so the book gets thrown to the side.
No, we'll keep it. It's
no,
got
I'm
history
joking.
in it.
I'm just being silly.
Okay.
There is a scimitar that's kind of hidden under the folds of her robes, and there are runes etched along the blade that seem to be giant runes, if anyone speaks giant.
Oh my god, I always take giant, and I don't think I did this time. I always take it because it's one of those things where
Just
it like
no one else
never
ever does.
Yeah,
But
no
the
one else
one
ever does, and
time.
everyone's like, why do you take? But you say that, but it actually has worked for me in the past. Yeah, I don't have giant. I know that for a fact.
Okay. There is kind of like a number of pouches along her belt, with 2 potions of greater healing. There is one, just for the sake of ease of dealing with this sort of stuff later, 1 potion of gaseous form. And 1
I wanna
potion
be
of storm
gas.
giant strength.
Wow, so strong.
Yes. Continuing to rifle through the pouches, Linger, you come across a handful of scrolls.
We love that.
All helpfully labelled for you, obviously, of course, because why wouldn't
Perfect.
they be
We love that.
labelled? Clearly they've been made by a wizard who knows what they're doing, and labels things so that people don't mix their scrolls up. The first one is kind of this tattered, very leathery surface. It's not quite parchment, and it's kind of wrapped in this red silk that's just kind of tied into a bow. But you untie it, you unroll it, and it is a spell scroll of compelled convulsion.
Oh my god, it's like compelled seizure? Like, what the fuck?
You can temporarily take control of the blood of a creature within range that you can see and force them to move and attack.
That's crazy.
There is a spell scroll of Crescent Wind Slash.
Slash? Okay.
I can add them all if you would like, or they are all available. In fact, actually, they wouldn't be available as an item, but they are available as spells, so I can add them as items for you. Where's the other ones? I had them all here, and I've managed to get them all jumbled up with other things for today's session, because that was the second level spells. There is also sorry, bear with me. Where have my first level scrolls gone? There is a scroll of Electrify.
Mm-hmm.
And a spell scroll of... There it is, Gale Bolt. You fire a bolt of Gale of Waterdeep at your target.
Oh my god,
Oh,
Gale of Waterdeep.
Yeah, no, it's Gale Bolt. You cast the spell,
No, I wrote
and
it
he
down
flies
as
through the air shouting,
Gale.
I have a Tressim.
She's not a cat, she's a Tressim. Oh, Tara.
And I don't tell her what to do.
No, no one
She's her
can.
own person.
Also, now, of course, I have to pee. Be right back.
Of course. After the break. There is, finally, in another pouch, because some of her spells require components.
Hell yeah.
There is a rather large diamond in one of her pouches, which looks like it would be worth about 300 gold.
Nice.
Okay.
And then, in the interest of making your life easy, there is 20 gold pieces worth of miscellaneous spell components, so you can basically, if there's any components you're missing, just deduct them from that 20 gold until it reaches 0, and if there's any gold left over, that can be shared out across the party.
Okay.
Or spell components that you'll need in the future, you've got them.
Yep.
Just because I often
like
find
it.
that an easy way of distributing and making sure that I'm not just giving people useless spell components. I can just say there's X amount of money's worth of spell components. Take the ones that you need from the total, and we're done.
You don't by
then-
chance have this list somewhere where we can divvy it up?
No,
All right.
unfortunately.
I wrote it down. I can
Cool.
post it later.
Cool.
But
Wow,
the
this
potions,
girl really paid off.
the potions I can do though. I'll just type it in for you, because otherwise it sends as a picture, which is really annoying. Yes.
Yeah, do we all have at least one healing potion? I have one.
Well, let me see. Equipment. I don't think I do.
All right, well, definitely one for you.
Have we immediately gone into the song with the harmonica guy?
Sounds like. It's good loot divvying music.
It is. Excellent.
All right, well,
yes.
I guess we're safe for the time being. Are we still going to continue on joining, or do y'all need to have a bit of a break?
I think I could start the journey if we can locate Warden. We can take the cart,
Yep.
and I just need to put my feet up for about an hour. Should be good. But I can do that on the cart. So.
Perfect.
Okay, I think Mura mostly used Eldritch Blast. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm only down a few.
She's used most of her second level, but she's still got pretty much all of her first and all of her pact, so... And she has sorcery points left to convert into spell slot. Oh no, she doesn't. Do sorcery points come back on a short rest? Don't think so. She'll know. She plays these people a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a long
These
rest for sorcery
people?
points.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, those sorcerer and warlock types. It's okay, I can
What
say
about
that I have
rocks?
friends who are sorcerers and friends who are warlocks. I'm actually like 1% warlock.
Shut up, Midge. Shut up.
Cool. So, you guys divvy up your loot. What would you like to do? Are you just grabbing Warden, grabbing the cart, and heading off?
Yeah, may as well. Why let a little invasion of chaos goblins stop us, right?
Yeah. Come here. I'm getting biscuit basket out of the hookup. Here you go. Thanks. Thank you. Disembodied hands.
A mage hand.
Amazing.
Ooh.
Come here, biscuit. Sorry, I'm getting if you guys forgot, I have a robotic dog.
Yes.
How could you forget? How could anyone forget?
So,
Actually, Mira, do you have a potion of healing of some sort?
Maybe. Oh God, okay.
Mira like opens her bag.
I have a backpack. I got a crystal egg, a masticated tinderbox, uncharged yellow crystal. I got 0 bath bombs in my bath bomb bag of holding. Dagger, skin, featherfall, a lot of gold, goblet from Max the Dragon. What? I don't remember. Okay. No, sorry. I'm so
All right.
sorry.
So one for Linger, one for Mira. Have a potion of greater healing.
Thank you.
Now, that gaseous form one is very tempting for me. If unless one of you want it.
I'm okay with you having it.
Thank you.
That it did not add it. Okay. Peter.
And
I have to hit the add button. I'll do it.
Storm Giant, what are we thinking? Warden, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking Warden.
I can add that to Warden's sheet if you would like.
Yeah.
Sure.
If that's a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe the scimitar. Well, he's the only one I think who can use a scimitar, so
I
see if he
mean, I'm
likes it.
sure he'd protest about being given a super strength potion, but oh well.
Well,
And then
sometimes.
Scrolls for Linger, of course. All right, divvied. I love it.
And the scimitar, yes.
At some point, I have to get Linger organized so she can start cranking out
Oh,
spell scrolls for everybody to use. Well, of the spells that you can use.
Do you are you able to identify this scimitar? I believe it's called a scimitar.
Let me double check. Yeah, she has identified. Does she have the pearl? I feel like she has the pearl.
I think so.
Oh, look! You if not, you just found one.
All right, yes. Yes, I can.
All right. Well, what do you think of this game plan? We start working our way there. Each of us takes a rest in the cot periodically. I am gravely injured, so I could use a rest. Identify this scimitar, and Bob is your step grandfather-in-law, as far as I'm concerned.
I mostly understood that and agreed to this plan.
Excellent.
We
Okay.
go.
So if you're short
We
rest,
go.
so was it a short rest and an identify, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
Definitely need a short rest.
listening, but also focusing intently on adding stuff to Warden for him, and just some of it just washed over me. So,
We have that effect.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
A 1 on the hit die, buddy. You can reroll the 1. Fuck it.
Okay. No, that's all right. I got 6 of them. Should be
Fair
able
enough.
to. So 6, 7.
Don't worry, because after this session you'll have 7 of them.
Yay!
Ooh,
I need to finish typing
getting
this
them
in
levels.
that I'm trying to also say to Lindsay at the same time, because Lindsay's identifying it. Let me say it first, and then I'll type it. That might stop my brain from
Yes.
breaking.
Please do that.
So, first things first. Before Linger even sets to work identifying the weapon magically, as you kind of turn it over in your hands, you are somewhat familiar. It's uncommon as minerals go in terms of availability, but not so uncommon that the common person wouldn't necessarily know of it, and Linger is certainly not the common person. So first things first, you almost immediately identify that the blade of the scimitar is almost solid adamantine.
Mm.
And you start to get a sense of why when you start to identify the scimitar. And you're looking kind of in depth at these giant runes that are engraved into the blade. It is enchanted with storm giant magic in such a way that when someone is hit by this scimitar, they take some extra damage. Trying to think of ways to say it in game, but you can't really. He who
It hurts
wields
them more better.
he who wields the scimitar is able to make it crackle with lightning and also boom with the sound of thunder. There we go.
Nice.
But yeah, so it'll deal some extra lightning and thunder damage on a hit.
Cool.
And it does have charges, and Linger would probably make an amused mental note of it. You kind of get the feeling that it has like a limited number of uses, and almost like conveniently enough, there are 3 main giant runes along the blade, and you get the sense that it can be used in this way 3 times before needing to recharge.
Ah, yes. That does make sense. Oh, I did forget to mention earlier, little Linger is still out because I didn't use her up.
Nice.
So, she and Rip are being absolutely fucking adorable off to the side.
Oh my God, are they like holding
Just so-
hands?
Oh yeah, they're having like a little like Lady and the Tramp dinner and all kinds of
Oh my
cuteness.
God, that's so cute.
Instead of spaghetti, it's goblin innards.
Yeah. It's really sweet though. He like rolls a tooth to her and she picks it up.
I'm sorry if the mechanical keyboard being on the same part of my table as the microphone is just being picked up constantly.
No, I don't
but
hear
know what
it.
is. Okay,
Are you?
fine,
Do you
good.
hear mine?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Do need to talk to Ethan about his though, because
Well, yeah, he needs to fix that because he says it all the time to me. Like even when we're on Discord, he's like, "Can you hear my keyboard?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I like the click clacks." So
but we'll have like Linger in the middle of saying something and then suddenly
I know. Well, for Discord, it's fine. Like when it's Discord chat, it's fine. But when we're, playing a game, it's not fine.
target must succeed on a Constitution. That's not how you spell Constitution.
Say
So what are
con.
you guys doing? As you
Con.
short rest and Linger identifies the sword, and you're all in the car.
Well, of course.
An inert warden covered in goblin guts.
Yeah. Well, Linger will explain about the sword, and then she's just gonna sit back and relax a little bit. And wait, isn't Warden our driver? Doesn't he do the driving?
Yes, Warden
Yeah,
is
Warden's-
driving. He's not in that. That would be bad.
Yeah.
You all look up. Wait.
Who's driving the car?
Goes off the edge of a hill, rolls.
Ah! We named our horse or mule at some time, but
God, what do we
my other
need that
notes.
fucking
It's Dr.
thing?
Ed.
Oh
yeah.
God, what would we do without you, Maywood? Like just in general.
I know, right?
I would just remember because I named him.
Yeah.
And you all agreed to it.
Well, why wouldn't we? It's brilliant.
Also, I'm
Um,
sorry, I have to change it to my tank top because I'm very warm in this house. This room is warm. It's
Warden's
tank
brother.
top slash sports bra. I'm sorry.
I guess we're following the same trail that we.
Yeah.
I guess keep your eyes peeled for goddamn displacer beast.
Right?
Okay. You easily retrace back to the kind of small body of water where you had dispatched the displacer beasts. You can still see like areas of the fey-touched grass where it's kind of scorched from the various magical attacks, and there's just displacer beast blood everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And Mura blood, because
Oh, yeah.
she got real beaten up during that.
Plus.
I sure did. I almost died.
Yeah.
I didn't quite realize you were on 9 HP until you started this session with 9 HP. There we go. I forgot to add in about the charges. This sword regains.
Sorry, y'all. My office is the warmest room in the house when the heat comes on for some reason. And it's cold today, so I'm
There you go.
sweating like a whore in church. as we say here in the South. So much that I have to put my contacts in.
Cool. So you backtrack to the site of the Displaced Beast fight.
Forward track.
And at this point, it's... I mean, it's... Did you set out without the cart last time? I think I just realised.
Maybe.
I guess so. We learned our lesson.
I just realised, I think you guys also actually said, like, oh yeah, we'll just walk there kind of thing. Because I was like, yeah, it's like a half day's walk, and you were like, okay. Or it was like a day, sorry, on foot. So you'd gone like the half day. So this time, I think it's significantly faster. Because you're in the cart. So... Let me just double check the specifics of cart travel, but I think that would actually get you there in the same amount of time, so it would take you half a day to get fully to the airship, I think, possibly.
Look at us learning from our past mistakes.
Yes. Does anyone have the cart in their inventory?
I don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't.
I do.
I knew
What
I
do you
remembered
need?
someone
What do you need to
having it.
know?
Thank you. Oh, I wanted to see if it had any information about cart travel, but it does not.
Nope. I can add information.
It's okay. I got it.
Where I have our tents
Yes.
and some more rope.
What up, Panda?
And
That's where I
cart
keep my full chest full of platinum pieces as well. Just
yeah.
FYI.
Cart increases carry weight but not speed. That's what I wanted, because why would it increase speed? So it's the speed of the horse. Does anyone remember what type of horse you have?
A mule,
Draft
I
horse
think?
for sure.
Lightning.
Or was it a
lightning
draft horse?
based.
I don't
It's a
I
nightmare
think
actually.
it was a mule,
A
yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah. It's a nightmare unicorn hybrid.
Pegasus.
With lightning bolts on its hooves.
Because that makes it go faster. You've also got a stripe
Yes.
painted down the side of the wagon, because that makes it even faster.
Yes.
Flames on the wheels.
It's got spoilers.
Let's put some speed holes in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you do have a mule because it has the same speed as a draft horse, but less carrying capacity.
Yeah, I think we definitely have a mule.
Yeah, mule feels right.
I feel like I have the most carrying capacity.
What's your carrying capacity?
More than a fucking
lot.
mule, I'm sure.
Because I've got the strong, whatever it's called, strong back
Powerful
thing.
build.
Powerful build.
Oh yeah,
He's strong boy build.
because a mule can carry 420 pounds.
And Chester can carry 450.
Either way.
480.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Chester picks
But I
up the
can-
mule, and the
I
mule
can
carries
push drag
everything
and
else.
960.
Damn.
Damn.
Cool. So,
Hey, stop that.
how many miles? Can we please just agree with me for once? Come on. Just do your thing. Cool. Yeah, so it would take you... Maybe I must have given it to you by cart then, because it would take about a day in the cart to reach the airship. In fact, maybe that's why you didn't take the cart, because it is off-road.
Oh, yeah.
Looks mountainy.
Well,
Maybe that's why there was no cart. If there wasn't one. But I feel like there wasn't. Either way, it's not
well,
super
tell you what,
important.
we'll take the cart as far as we can,
Yes.
and then we'll leave Rip with it if we need to to abandon it.
You come back,
Yeah.
there's just a pile of bones, and Linger gets the feeling that someone tried to attack the cart, but he dealt with it.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It was more Displacer Beasts and Rip just single-handedly.
Well, he had to show off for little Linger, you know.
Exactly. He's arranged the bones into a heart.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Sorry, dog stuff.
Cool. So, the first half of your journey takes you to and past the site of the Displacer Beast attack, and it is uneventful, much to your presumably somewhat joy that you haven't been ambushed by more Displacer Beasts.
Sorry, the dogs want to be in here, and I can't do anything about it.
It is kind of starting to get towards early evening time as you kind of pass this area of fey-touched grass. You see it starting to kind of return to normal kind of wild grass. There is like a noticeable gradient almost as the color seems to just shift back to the more standard grass of the Sleeping Gardens. The trees seem to almost shrink back to a normal size and seem less like they're looming over you or reaching down to grab you. And the sun is starting to set as you are kind of just traveling through this somewhat clear area. It's still quite dense, trees and bushes and other various flora, given that you are now somewhat deep in the forests of the Sleeping Gardens. But it's still somewhat navigable by cart, and this seems like it could be an okay place to camp for the night, should you so choose.
Seems
let's
like
do
an
that.
role play.
Let's camp.
Sounds good.
Ha! Fooled you! The ground is a mimic! Roll initiative!
No!
Your tents were all replaced
Okay.
by mimics. That would be fun. Ooh, let's make a note of that. I'm gonna do that to someone at some point.
Please don't.
Yeah.
The tent of smothering.
Yeah, but when we do set up camp, Linger traces out a big 10-foot circle in the ground and starts writing little runes and stuff around the edge. And then bingo, bango, tiny hut.
Yay!
Yeah.
So good.
Tiny hut.
Oh yeah, DM's favorite.
Yeah, tiny hut.
Stop doing the
Chester
same things as me,
sees the
Steph.
tiny
Oh my
huts.
God.
Starts
What'd you
getting
say? But
ideas
it
about
does.
perhaps
sorry?
magnificent mansions one day as he strokes
yeah.
his beard.
The dome of the hut, even though it's supposed to be invisible, or she can adjust it or whatever, but even when it's invisible, it does like flicker with like ghostly images periodically, just cuz.
Nice.
Just
Spooky.
cuz. Yeah.
We'll say it's visible to you guys, but not to other people, because, as we say, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
invisible. Or supposed to be, because we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. More than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome can move through freely. The atmosphere is comfortable and dry. I just wanted to check any other stuff like that. Command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. Opaque from the out. Oh, it's opaque from the outside, of any color you choose, but it's transparent from the inside. There you go.
Yeah. And Linger has to stay inside of it. So
Yes.
it's opaque with cyan ghosts.
Excellent. And a sign on the front that says Linger's Tiny Hut, keep out. Trespassers will be exsanguinated. Cool. So, You settle down
I
for
feel
the
like the
evening.
walls are doing that, like from Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. You settle down for the evening, safely inside of Linger's tiny hut.
Wow, this is a good way to travel. I like it.
This is great.
We're on the road so much, I thought this might come in handy.
Yeah, we could probably hotbox this thing too.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
But also, if she wants to, can't Linger just choose to let everything out at the end as well? So it works real good.
Yeah.
When everyone's like, okay,
Yeah,
we're done,
we
like,
did
you could
that.
just be like, and disperse.
Finished.
Cool. What are you guys doing then? In your tiny hut. So safe, so secure.
Just like a big cuddle pile.
Yeah.
somewhere. Just
One big bed.
just resting.
I think Chester's still gonna put out the Guardian. You know, put her to be safe and sorry, and he has it. Why not use it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But he'll put it outside of the bubble.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, that's a very big question for me.
Oh,
Sorry, yes?
I was gonna say, I guess Linger will just flip to the front of her spell book just to see if there's a response. Not really expecting one, but
Mhm.
she hasn't checked. So
You flip to the front, and there doesn't seem to be anything as of yet.
she's not surprised. Again, you know, these things take time. Yeah, there's dogs in the woods.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's wolves in the distance.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought. Magical effects can't extend through the dome. Does that protect people?
All right, while you're
Just
pondering
completely reveals. In fact, actually, no, I'm going to Google it instead, because otherwise you guys know what I'm doing. Does Tiny Hut vent meteor swarm?
Right. Fuck.
Ah, good to know. I thought so. Tiny Hut does block scrying.
Does it?
That's pretty
Magical
cool.
effects can't pass through, and it creates a tiny invisible sensor within. It would create a tiny invisible sensor within the hut, which it wouldn't be allowed to do. So, as I read it, and as I believe,
I did not know that.
I think Jeremy Crawford has said, which is one of the things I was looking at but didn't fully read. I saw Jeremy Crawford and Prevent. Let's have another look. Even though you know now.
No,
Like,
what?
who would be scrying on us?
Hmm.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Yeah. As far as I can see, Tiny Hut does indeed block scrying. So thanks for that.
I had no idea.
Should we tell, in this scary little dome, should we tell a ghost story or three?
Sure. I don't think I have any ghost stories. Do you, Chester?
Yeah, let me go first. Okay, so there is this guy, and he goes to see his psychiatrist, right? And he says to the psychiatrist, "You gotta help me, doc. I keep having this same horrifying dream over and over again. First, my body is ripped to shred and turned into the form of a teepee, and then it's ripped to shreds in a gory mess and turned into the form of a wigwam. And then I'm a teepee, and then I'm a wigwam, and it goes back and forth and back and forth. What do you think it means, Doc? And the Doc ponders for a moment and says, I think you're too tense.
I got it. Too
Horrifying.
horrifying.
Let me use up one of our 5 highlights of the month to make that a moment.
For that?
That
Oh
moment's no
boy.
longer-
For that old chestnut.
Apparently not, because that's no longer available. Someone turn it into a highlight,
I'll do
and
it.
it will
Maybe.
be branded on this channel forever.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I knew it was leading to a silly joke. I knew the minute you put Chester forwards, and you said, he goes to his psychiatrist.
Yeah, that is a good giveaway. And then the scary man walks into a bar. Ow.
Ow.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. You guys, you got any scary stories?
You got anything, Linger? I don't. Huh. So
Linger
memory
realizes that
problems.
she's muted, and unmutes her
Linger.
mouth.
No.
Linger is the scary story.
Yeah, she was more just like mulling it over for a second. And it's just, stories were not really my realm of study. Sorry.
That's quite all right.
Much
The
of a
fact-
storyteller.
That's scary in itself. Ooh, you don't know many stories. Ooh.
Mira's like,
She-
well, this. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say she can always just like pick Rip up and have Rip lift his mask for a hot second.
I didn't say I wanted to die a fright.
Have that. That's helpful.
I have memory problems, so that can be scary sometimes. But the scariest thing that ever happened to me was one time I looked into a pond and then I fell into the pond. And then I woke up somewhere else.
Was the piranhas in the pond?
I don't know what was in the pond.
I'm gonna
assuming-
pretend there was piranhas.
Yeah, definitely. Mira pretends that she knows what that is. Yeah, and then I was another place, and and then it happened again, and I was back here.
Truly horrifying.
Scary. Woo.
Yeah, see, the voice helps, definitely. Oh, I like
Linger.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you
So
give
scary.
me a quick
Fuck.
Arcana check?
Who, me?
No, Linger.
No.
Okay. I was like, I
Hearing
can't.
Mira's scary story.
Got an 11, but I'm gonna use my thing. Where are you, thing?
Thing.
Where is it? I don't know where it's at, but I know it's a D6. I can never find it on the sheet. Making that a 16.
16. It's right at the back of your mind, so you're kind of struggling to put your finger on exactly what it is that has just pinged at you.
Oh.
But Mura talking about looking into a pond and falling into a pond and then waking up somewhere else entirely is just pinging this vague notion in the back of your mind that there is some intense magical shenanigans going on there, and you know what it is, but you can't put your finger on it. You can't quite remember what it was.
Okay. Well, with that, Linger is going to get even more quiet than she normally is and just really pick at that for the rest of the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about everyone else?
I don't know. Mira told her scary story. Now she's out. Now that Linger's just being quiet. Well,
Yeah, sorry. Now I have a mystery to pick at.
I guess we should eat something and go to bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Okay.
Me too.
You both head to bed as Linger starts unpicking the mystery. Mura.
Yeah.
As you fall asleep, it's not like you've woken up or like that feeling before when you saw yourself kind of stood on the water. Here it's almost like you're seeing something through someone else's eyes, in a way. As they kind of, you feel this arm, this long, twisted, painful arm just reach up and scratch at the top of this very bald feeling head. And they kind of stand up from this chair that they're sat in. You feel the creaking and the cracking of these bones as they stand up and take a few kind of lumbering steps forwards. You can see all around you is this kind of twisted, distorted space, almost like just nothingness, but you can see pinpricks of light in the distance. And as they kind of stand up from the chair, as they kind of look down carefully, you can see they are carefully picking their way along what seems to be a path at first, but almost now like they are walking along an enormous tree branch.
Oh.
As they just kind of make their way along this branch, you see as they kind of reach what would be the edges of, or kind of like the end of the branch. And there's just this kind of sickening dropping feeling in your stomach as they just lean forwards and drop off the edge.
Oh my gosh.
Before taking a step forwards on solid ground, inside what seems to be some sort of magical workshop, almost kind of similar to things Linger's told you previously about ways she would kind of set up all these magical tools and everything that her school had on offer when she was studying or trying to create spells or research something. And you watch through this figure's eyes as they're now kind of, you feel the head, the neck kind of craning and tilting as they're almost pressed up against the ceiling of this room. They seem to be too tall for the room that they're stood in. And in the distance, they look over and you can see there is a figure, cloaked, hooded, just stood over a table, seeming to do something. Hard at work. And you feel the mouth open as they Is everything nearly prepared? And you watch as the figure in the distance almost like jumps in place as they start and turn slightly. You can see this kind of white porcelain mask from the half of the face that you can see. And they call back, I have told you countless times. Showing up here unannounced is a good way to get yourself disintegrated. Regardless of our affiliations and our loyalties to each other. But yes, progress is good. And they step to the side and you can see kind of on this workbench, this almost like a pestle and mortar with this glowing mixture inside. You can't quite make out what it is. And the hooded figure with the mask kind of turns back. Word has reached me, though. It seems there are some nuisances who meddle in our plans. But from what I hear, the High Priestess was sent to deal with them. Let us hope she was successful, otherwise one of us might have to get involved. And then the real trouble begins. After all, there aren't many who survive a visit from the Hanged Man, are there? And the figure that you seem to be kind of almost watching through, you feel this twisted cackle almost. And they... Very well. And they turn and you see a door behind them as they just kind of reach out towards it with these long spindly fingers. They open it and you can see this, again, the tree branch as they just step through the door onto the branch of the tree. You hear it close behind you, and everything goes black.
Do I recognize any of the voices?
Give me a history check. Why not?
That is inconsiderate of you, Mitch. Honestly, rude. 16.
You don't recognize either of the voices, but there was something almost eerily familiar to the voice of the person that you seem to be watching through, but you can't put your finger on why.
Okay. I think Mura wakes up from that. Okay. Yeah, I think Mura wakes up from that dream very startled. And she immediately, like, info dumps as much as she possibly can. She's like, Linger, I have something to tell you. Word vomit, everything to her, as much as she can remember. But of course, it's probably like a little jumbly wumbly because it's Mura and she's trying to,
Well, Linger writes all of it down. Just summons her quill, even the nonsensical stuff. It can be parsed out later.
One of the voices sounded familiar, like the person whose eyes I was looking through. I'm not sure. I don't know. Familiar, but not. I don't know whose it was. Like, something seemed familiar. But it was weird.
Have you ever? Please.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, have you ever had this sort of thing happen to you before, where you saw through somebody's eyeballs?
I don't think so. Mitch, have I?
You've had somewhat similar where you've dropped an eerie token to spy on someone, which is a thing that I'm sure you constantly remember as a thing you can do.
I know I can do it. I just don't. I know. Yeah,
No,
I've
I
done
know.
it before with my Eerie token. It's just weird, okay? It's like
It's so weird, like last time when you were like, here, have my fingernail and I'll keep an eye on you.
yeah. I can do it like if I cut off a piece of my hair or pull off one of my fingernails or like pull out a tooth or something, I can watch people with that, but I don't really do it very often. Weird? It's weird.
No, it's well, that, you know, that's very, it's kind of cool how you can do that.
It's weird. It's
Would have been
fine.
great for the spooky stories last night, huh?
I literally did think that. It doesn't have spooky stories yet. Here's a fingernail.
Yeah, I am the
Stories,
spooker.
I can pull out my fingernails and
The
spy
funny
on
thing
people
is-
through them.
The funny thing about Mura is that she's just like so like cute, tiny, adorable thing, and then she's like, I can rip my fingernails off and watch people. She is kind of like the Eldritch. She's got kind of that Rip vibe, you know?
Yeah.
That's why
Now,
Rip likes her.
this is sort of maybe a more mechanical thing I'm asking you, but like if you were to give me a lock of your hair right now and I put it in my bag and put it in my pocket,
Yeah.
is that just good to go from then on? And you can always have a.
I gotta like stay within 10 miles of you, I think. And let's see, what can I do? I only can do it for like a minute, or I can like send you a telepathic message. So as long as I'm within 10 miles, it would probably be useful if we were like next time if you were like going ahead in the or Boredom was going ahead at the cave or something.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
just
very cool.
for spying on people, it's a little tough because you gotta get at the right moment, you know, and like you don't always know when the right moment is, and it's only a minute, so
Oh yeah,
You're only
rests until
getting-
a long rest.
yeah.
All right. Cool. I was just gonna say maybe I get a lock of hair and then we got that covered. But yeah, if it's a all right, cool.
Yeah,
Not that I wouldn't like a lock of hair. You got a beautiful, luscious locks going there. Takes one to know one. Game recognized game.
Yeah. I mean, I think that if I create the token, you can have it till like Mitch said till like the long rest, so I could probably give you one every time. But
By the end of the campaign, Mira's just bald.
no,
Well, no, because her hair grows back.
It
No, I
grows
know,
back.
but it would be so funny.
It would be funny. Bald Erskine.
Wow.
I guess another one of the takeaways is that something or somebody else is going to be coming after us.
Yeah. I guess so. The Hanged Man.
Yeah.
Now, Mitch, do you?
Lindsay?
I know when we had the book and we did the stuff. I can't remember if Lindsay made the Hangman connection or if Linger made the Hangman connection.
It is
with the tree and the
objectively
father.
written in the journal that he was referred to as the Hanged Man by the people who tried to hang and kill him.
Excellent.
Or
Then she's
succeeded,
just
as
going
far
to
as he
say,
said.
I believe your father was referred to as the Hanged Man, which could be why you had this experience in your sleep, seeing through the paternal eyes through some. He could have this is him reaching out, trying to warn you, or maybe you found some sort of arcane backdoor to his brain.
That was my dad?
The connection of blood, perhaps. Yeah.
Papa,
That
can you hear me?
I like to think Linger sang that just now.
To like soften the mood.
That is like the creepiest thing you've ever done.
Really, truly. Mira's like, I'm so tired, sorry.
It made me yawn now.
but
Fuck.
Sorry about the dogs. There's
Okay, fine.
people,
It's okay,
I don't
there's
know.
wolves.
Um,
You're in a forest.
yeah.
Sound effects.
I can't. Oh, they might actually start howling.
Werewolf arrow.
I kind of always thought, I don't know, I guess even with like the stuff that I read in the book, I still kind of thought that he was not alive anymore. Maybe it's like a memory?
Well, he did say, it did mention the high priestess, and so if it is a memory, it's not a very old one, I don't think.
Yeah.
He might not be. There's a fine line sometimes between life and death. And he could be writing.
I don't know why I might be saying that, but I have this feeling.
My God.
Yeah.
I hear through the grapevine that, like, sometimes that happens. Crazy. Imagine
I think
that.
Mira like
could be-
nods in agreement.
He could also be not in his right mind, not under his own control. It could very easily be a thrall.
I guess so. I guess all of that is true. Ugh. That's weird to think about.
Wish Warden was a little more with it tonight. He's usually so much better with talking to you about your father. Because I have a tendency to say the wrong thing.
No, I think it's okay. I mean, you're saying what you feel, and that's fine. And you're trying to help me, and I don't know, I guess I'm just like kind of, I don't have a lot of memories of my father, so this book is all I have, and I don't know.
Well, I'm concerned that it sounds like the person who we think might be your father is going to confront us soon. And I think that might be something you need to start preparing yourself for, it not going in a positive direction.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go in a positive direction.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even think, I mean, I was a child the last time I saw him, so I'm not even the same person even a little bit. I don't even know who I was then. I don't even know who I was 50 years ago sometimes.
50?
So,
You
Yeah.
look good.
thank you. Thanks. I have a skincare routine. I'll share it with you.
Oh, I definitely need it. Yeah, mine's sort of a first scare routine, but can I just throw a note of possible, potential positivity in the mix? Not to get your hopes one way or the other, but maybe he sent you this as a sort of vision warning in order to keep you safe.
That's true.
I do think that's a possibility.
Yeah, could go either way.
Well,
It could go
I
both
think-
ways.
it could.
Yep.
I
Here we
think-
go.
I think preparing for something bad might be better than preparing for something good. Only because if it's bad and I thought it would be good, I could be really upset, I guess, and I don't think that would do any of us any good at that point for that. But I think I should just maybe not even prepare for something bad, just go in with the mindset of we don't even know each other. We've been apart for so long. You can't really know the people that you thought you knew. I mean, like I said, I was a kid, so the changes we've made in the time we've been apart, the long time,
we've been apart.
And maybe this is a situation where you're confronting him in an aggressive manner might be liberating for him. Maybe if he's, a thrall or brainwashed or otherwise not in his right mind.
It could bring a lot of closure, I guess.
Or we have this all wrong and he's just a bad dude doing bad things.
Yeah.
Which we know how to take care of that. Easy peasy.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think whatever it is, we'll handle it together because we're friends and we're abracadabra. And I think that, we helped Chester, we helped Warden. We're gonna help you take care of that asshole wizard. So we'll do it all together.
On that note, I do have an idea that may help with the whole processing of all this. Is maybe you make 2 bath bombs. One bath bomb is if he turns out to be a nice guy, and one bath bomb is if he turns out to be a fucking asshole.
Okay.
And then you'll have them both, and you'll be ready for both scenarios.
I think that's a good idea, Chester. I like that.
I love that.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
I like that a lot. Oh, wow. There's so much to take in. I gotta get bath bomb supplies.
Yeah, that's, I feel like that should be near the top of our list at this point.
I think so.
At which point
Should've
you
got-
have now finished packing up the camp
Sad
and
pack.
loading up the cart.
Yeah.
That's a job for Belvedere. What are you talking about?
That is true. At which point Belvedere has finished packing up the camp and loading up
Are
the
you
cart.
done yet?
Chop chop.
I'm just kidding, Belvedere. You're the best. Yeah, let me have that mustache back.
And you set off on the rest of the journey towards where the airship crashed.
Yeah.
Who would like to roll for me?
What does roll does?
Who rolled the displacers?
I don't.
Listen.
I think that was you and me. Let's let Lindsay do.
Okay. Lindsay?
All right. What am I rolling, man?
Percentiles, please.
76.
Oh no, attack by trombones.
Ah!
76. Bear with me. 76. Instant death.
Great.
Either way, it'll be a d12 and a d8, whoever would like to roll that.
I think Lindsay should also roll, or Maywood.
Yeah, I'll take the 12. And you know what? I'll take the 8. Why not? I got them both here. It's an extra button push. May as well.
Yeah.
All right. It's 1 and 6.
1 and 6.
One great guy with 6 super awesome pies.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's convenient that there are 3 of you. Can one of you roll me a d6 and 2 of you roll me 2 d4s?
I need to roll. Should I do something?
Yeah, you do the d6.
Okay.
I'll do 2d4. Okay, yeah.
Wait, where's my?
And then-
Where is?
And then 2 of us do 2d4.
Yes.
Okay, I'm doing the d6. Got it. I was like, where did my
There's a
tab
lot of
go?
rolls.
It is.
Did I get?
But it might be worth
Whoa.
it.
Hold on. I'm having. There we go. 3.
Okay. So, as the cart is rolling along, Warden starts to slow down before bringing to your attention and pointing out in the somewhat nearby distance, no more than about 60 feet away, he points towards what appears to be 4 kind of gnomish-sized creatures, with these... All 4 of them are wearing these kind of long red hats, and they're just kind of patrolling almost backwards and forwards in front of what seems to be like a clearing between 2 trees in like a small grove, almost.
Would any of us know what these creatures are?
Give me Arcana checks, everyone.
Yeah. 5.
17, surprisingly.
Linger
18.
immediately knows what these creatures are. Mura, they do seem familiar to you. And it's almost like a brief memory flashing through the back of your mind. You just hear a, well, how amusing, red caps. As the pair of you identify these rather stout creatures as red caps. They are...
I'm sorry, did I hear a voice in the back of my head?
Yes. It's
That's a new thing.
a memory of
Okay.
hearing this before. But yes, they are these very small, very stout, sometimes confused for gnomes, but usually marginally smaller and very often
Assholes.
entirely homicidal. Usually
Interesting.
seen wielding very large sickles or other similar weapons, but the 4 that you can see, 2 of them seem to have small wooden sickles, and 2 of them just seem to have long staffs almost. And they just seem to be patrolling in front of this clearing of trees, almost like they're keeping watch or guarding something.
Well, should we try Woid's voice?
Well, they're not known for being big on words.
They're not gnomes? No, I don't think they are gnomes. You're right.
No. You know what? Go for it. We're talking.
Like, fuck this guy. Yeah, go for it.
If Chester gets
You got
murdered, he
this.
gets murdered. Who cares?
You be lazy.
No, we'll
Oh, wait,
unmurder.
okay, wait, let me take
We'll
my
back
long
you up.
rest. Since we did long rest.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
let me do that too.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
I'm saying they're not famous for their communicative skills. You're welcome to try.
Alright, yeah, I'll give it a go. He'll step down from the cart, dust himself off, and walk up, not at all trying to be sneaky. He'll whistle a jaunty tune. And when they notice him, he will, greetings, my fine red-capped friends.
As you start whistling, they all somewhat comically just kind of freeze and spin to look. And as you call out, one of them steps forwards, brandishing the wooden sickle. What do you want?
we were just passing through this area, and it seems you all guarding this, and we do not want to trespass anywhere that we should not be going, so I figured I would introduce myself. I am Chesterfields, pleased to meet you.
You are right. We kill trespassers.
There you go. I want to avoid death. You tell me where I shouldn't go, my friend, and I will not go there.
If you enter this grove, or disturb the ladies, or their pets, we will kill you. That is our charge.
Very well. And who are the ladies and the pets?
The ladies of the woods, and their mighty steeds.
Ladies of the woods and the mighty steeds. All right.
I can take them to you if you wish. That is not trespassing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me just converse
Should you
with
use force, I will destroy you.
I have no doubt you would. Look at you. And then look at me. My destruction would be imminent.
Looking all the way up at Chester.
Yeah, he doesn't do the condescending thing where he gets down on one knee. He just talks like a normal individual. All right, let me gather my compatriots and see if we wish to meet your lady friends.
I'm sending a picture because it's my favorite red cap picture.
That is a good one.
Let's see.
I think it's the Volo's Guide to Monsters one. I just love it so much.
Oh,
Very
look
cool.
at that motherfucker. What a badass.
Yeah. I love it still, Doc Martens. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, he'll go back and. All right, well, they didn't immediately murder me, so that's a bonus there. They said they will introduce us to the ladies of the woods, which has me intrigued, I will admit. And they have pets, which, you know, maybe they're adorable little chihuahuas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the play here is to just calmly pass by? That
would be option A. Option B would go to meet the ladies.
Yeah. That's.
Ooh, we could flip for it.
Yeah.
If there's not an obvious preference for among everyone, let the fates decide, as it were.
either
so.
option seems fine as the other.
Yeah.
All right, he'll pull out a gold coin. And, all right, let's say heads meet the head of the forest ladies. And then tails, we tail it all out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's say, what am I going to roll here? I'll roll D4. Sure, odds is heads, evens is tails. Odds is heads. He is secretly pleased because he wanted to meet the ladies.
In
Yeah.
the corner of the screen, you just see Chester approves. Let me just remind myself what Lindsay rolled with the 2d4. Excellent. Okay. So, the red cap kind of gestures with the wooden sickle and right this way. Clomp, clomps with the iron boots stomping through, expecting you to follow. And as you enter in through this kind of small gap in the trees, you see it's almost like an enclosed dome of trees. And as you enter, the ground is rumbling near enough. As you take in the sights, you can see there's kind of like a small setting of 3 tree stumps, and you can see sat on all 3 are three very similar looking ladies dressed in kind of these forest green robes. They've all got the exact same braid in their hair. Their hair is this same kind of like this gradient, almost like an autumn leaf, that just kind of goes from this brown to red to orange. And you can see kind of almost stretched across all three of them, across the three tree stumps, as they're all kind of holding their hands out over it, is a large and injured looking owlbear. And you can see, as you continue to look around, the source of the shaking ground appears to be 7 more that are either just walking around just as they please. There are 2 that are almost kind of play fight wrestling in the corner. And some of the others are just chasing each other's in circles.
I rolled so many babies.
You rolled 8 owlbears.
Chester's going to use
Eight babies.
prestidigitation to have appear on his lapel a symbol of a tree. Just for the little flair.
One of the druids in the middle looks up towards you. I see we've been brought guests. Welcome. Please stay your weapons. Violence is discouraged within the grove.
It had not even crossed my mind, madame. I am Chester Fields. This is my friend Mura. This is my other friend Linger. This is my friend Warden. He's very quiet today. It's fine.
Happens to the best of us.
And we are at your service. Well, I shouldn't speak for all of them, but I am at your service. And he sort of pulls his lapel and shows the little tree symbol.
The one in the middle who spoke first just kind of looks towards the other 2 and back at you. I am summer. This is spring and autumn. Those don't exist in my world, but fuck it. Just realized. It's okay.
I love your names.
Yes, we heard them from another place, and we took them for our own. Fuck.
Oh.
That's what I get for running random encounters, eh?
Love when Discord just shits me out.
Oh.
It literally just turned off in the middle of me talking.
That's fun.
I love
It's
that
cool.
for me.
I gave 3 names for 3 seasons that just don't exist.
I heard that.
In Aeroth, so that's all good fun.
It's all connected, we're learning.
Yeah. And she, you are welcome to rest here, should you need. Please do not bother the owlbears or the redcaps. They are friendly enough and harmless enough, but if pushed, the charms on the redcaps cannot stay their bloodlust overly long.
Yeah, they seemed a little ornery, I believe is a word one might use.
Yeah.
They are ample guardians, but sometimes quick to anger.
Understandable.
I'm not totally well versed in the healing powers, but I do have a limited amount at my disposal if that owlbear there needs assistance.
I believe for the most part we do have it covered, although your gracious offer is appreciated.
Oh, please, tis nothing. I don't think I've even got to use this spell yet.
The other 2 just kind of delicately lift up where you see one of the long wings that kind of comes off the back of one of the legs. There is like a searing and scorching down the side of it. In recent days, there has been goblin attacks, and yesterday, fire seemed to rain from the sky, and unfortunately, this one was out hunting.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, we have had an encounter with these fiery goblins of chaos.
I see.
And their high priestess. Yeah, if you run across any sun god related individuals, that's who's behind this. So, keep that in mind. They're not very nice.
From what we've
No, they're
seen
not.
so far, we are inclined to agree, although the goblins we've encountered thus far now serve as fertilizer for the grove.
Ditto.
They did speak of this sun god, so I suppose that isn't too surprising that it's all related. But it's not one that we're particularly familiar with. We had expected it was some sort of offshoot of worshippers of Charon, the god of fire.
That makes sense.
But it would seem...
Yeah, that is curious.
Yes. I think this is a whole separate sect. They also seem to think either new or very old. And new again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I knew a very old, yes.
Everything's that's old is new again.
Comes around like fashion.
Well, fortunately, thus
We
far...
have some...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was simply going to note that Ambriel has protected us sufficiently thus far, but please.
Well, Linger's just going to turn to the other two. Are we going to hang out here a minute? We did meet that one nice dryad forever ago, and that was a very lovely experience.
I mean, as much as I would like that, we are sort of on a mission, and with that, he's going to turn to them. Mission in question is actually somewhere in this area. I do believe maybe you can help guide us.
That depends on the nature of your mission.
We're looking for a crashed airship. And we believe it is in, here it is marked on this map here, and I believe we're somewhere close to it.
Also, possibly a dragon. We're looking for a dragon.
And a dragon.
Well, you met the dragon that took down the airship. That's the one that gave Mura the chalice that she was querying earlier.
Is that Mirska Max?
Yes. Max the dragon. Hello, Max. The druids...
They were looking for the Scale of Terror, which lives in where are the Cragspire Mines?
The Cragspire Mines.
What are these notes that I have, Mick? what is going on here?
Let me point it out on the map for you when my map finishes loading, because my entire Firefox went unresponsive and I had to task manager it.
Sometimes my notes are good. Sometimes my notes are.
I don't want to get it wrong. but I am 99% sure, given that I'm the one who made the map, that the Cragspire mines are down to the south of the Sleeping Gardens, but I did want to point it out on the map for you by
Okay, we
pinging
don't
it.
need to know about
Oh, it is. Yeah, here. I'm pinging. It's right
there it
at
is.
the southern
There we go,
tip.
my map's loaded. Yes.
I was zoomed out too far. Okay. Or not far enough. Okay. Scratch that. Linger's just like flipping through her spell book, which she also keeps notes in, and she's like, wait, no, we did that.
The druids look at each other. The airship crashed not too far from here. You are correct. It is somewhat of a treacherous path up the mountain to reach it. However, if we are given your word that you will not divulge the location or nature of this grove to anyone else, and that you will assist in the removal of these goblins and those who would burn this grove and the surrounding gardens, we can assist you.
Chester looks at his companions for nods of assent? Question mark?
That's
Yeah.
what we're doing already, so it's in line with our personal plans.
Yeah.
Lady, you have our word. Me as a gentleman of the highest quality, and my friends as members of Abracadabra.
Very well. And she waves a hand, and the trees towards the back of the grove start to peel back, and you can see as it leads, whereas before you would have kind of had to circumvent an entire section of the forest to reach around to the kind of base of these mountains, it's now almost kind of a straight shot through. One last request.
Anything.
Something on that airship seems to be emanating a foul aura, which, if left unchecked, could bring harm to the Sleeping Gardens. We would ask that you bring it to us. And in return, we'll make your journey up the mountain much easier.
For its disposal, I presume?
If necessary.
Okay, well... it's definitely a possibility. It's not off the table. It's just, super dangerous artifacts. Sometimes, super dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
To be passed back and forth. He's definitely sort of eyeing Linger out of the corner of his eye. Like, I don't know if I just want to give crap like that to anyone.
Yeah. If we can secure it and the situation allows for us to bring it here, and it seems best to do so after we have it in hand, then we will.
We seem to have all vanished from the stream.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh yeah.
Let me just refresh the
Please
stream. And
don't
see if
turn
it's
us
just
back
me.
don't turn us into ghosts.
There we go. It was just me. Sorry, what did you say to them, Linger? Because
you should have been paying better
completely
attention.
sidetracked by the fact that we all just went blank. Was it?
We
It was
basically
something
said
about...
yes.
basically said yes, but it's not a blind yes. It's a yes with caveats on if we can get it, if it seems reasonable, if we're able to get back.
We'll do
You
our
know.
best.
It's hard to say yes when a full, complete yes without knowing what we're walking into, basically.
Yeah.
If it's something we can do and it seems like the right thing to do, then we will do it.
Is protecting the land that we all live in not the right thing to do?
Oh.
Of course it is.
Yes, and
But we know nothing about this aura and what it is. I mean, there's factors that can't be accounted for currently.
say we grab this thing and and it corrupts me and turns me evil, and then I go on a bender to destroy the world. And then what? Then that makes me a liar as well, which is also bad when I don't give it to you. So, those things like that just got to take into consideration.
It could also
Very
be
well.
a situation where we have to destroy it there and then, or some other force swoops in and takes it. We just don't want to commit to a complete and utter yes.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't have
If I
all of the information.
if I can put your mind at ease, just know that we are on the side of good and don't want evil to spread and corrupt this forest or anywhere. And you got my word on that.
Very well. Then, and she kind of reaches down and grabs a handful of something that you can't quite see and holds it out. For the next 24 hours, whilst these seeds are on each of your persons, you can move freely through the trees, the mountains, and the vines.
Are these from the cool rocks?
Mm-hmm.
These seeds? Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so for the next 24 hours, or basically if you have it on your person during this next day, you are unaffected by difficult terrain, and you have advantage on athletics checks to climb.
Nice.
Ooh la la.
And with that, as you bid farewell to the druids and you set off through the trees, we're going to go ahead and end our session there.
Hey, we did many things.
We
Many
did.
Good.
Well,
We did so much.
Let's go get Linger a magic bauble that's evil. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and our audience enjoyed, of course.
Of course.
Shout out to Max, as always, the most dedicated of people.
Go, Max, go.
Max.
We love you, Max.
We do. We're all talking about that dragon NPC, right? Not Max from the chat.
Ooh.
Oh no, I was talking about Max from the chat. My bad. Now I'm not the cool one. Damn it. I get it wrong every time.
Brilliant. Well,
Sorry, Max, our love can be no more. I have
Absolutely.
to switch over to the dragon.
well, we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Adios.